2920 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California. And everybody's just like pausing and stuff like that.
I was like, honestly, didn't remember it all. Go for it. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you just like, I'll do it.
I literally got deer in the headlights.
1:15.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
3 seconds. Go.
Coming to you from 19207 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California. My name is Nick Valero. This is Keeping Up with the Nerds.
Why is it year 4? We can't get it right.
I don't know. I've been doing this for 3 years.
12920 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California.
Why
at
does
Undercity
7
Comics.
always pop into my head?
I don't know.
Keeping Up with the Nerds presents issue 219. My name is Bryan.
Nick.
Yeah. I'm not even going to say my name.
We got Sean and Camera C. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Camera 3.
Camera 3. I love how you said, go ahead, Rene, give it a shot. He was about to, and then you stepped
It
in.
was because it was at 1:15. He didn't say anything.
He said, give it to Rene.
I know, and then you said start at 1:15, and I saw the
Oh
numbers go to
my
1:15, and then I was like,
God,
he's not
dude.
saying anything. He froze.
What is
I got this.
Year 3, we had a structure. Year 4, we don't. But we have another camera. How does that work?
It's his fault. It's Sean's fault. He took away.
Thanks for joining the podcast, Sean.
Sean's
Thanks
fault.
for having
I
me.
blame,
Yeah,
I
thank
blame
you.
Sean.
Thank you for having me.
No, I don't.
Guys,
He's too
please go
cute.
check out our
Reliving my
website,
childhood.
keepingupwiththenerds.com. Check out our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and x.com. Also, check out our audio platforms if you guys are on the go, and or on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, and Spotify. And if you guys want to watch the skits, visual podcast, and all our LA Comic Con videos, which are coming out starting last week, youtube.com/keeping up with the nerds. Guys, how's your week been?
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got it all right this time.
Got it
That's
all
good.
right,
yeah.
yeah.
Last week it was like,
Yeah. Until there was like a funny thing that happened and that made my week better.
what was the funny thing?
Sean was messing up on the. Oh, yeah, it was the news anchor thing. He was presenting it like a news anchor.
Yeah. Reporting, yeah.
Yeah.
12920.
I should change it to that.
Reporting?
Yeah,
We don't report.
I don't, yeah, report it.
Yeah.
We don't report.
We don't report. We give you the news.
Exactly. Stuff it in your face. You either take it or
Shove
you
in your
don't.
mouth, you don't even say anything.
That's all you do.
Human centipede style.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Nick, what about you? How's your day been?
Day or week? My day was alright. I mean,
Your week then.
it was alright. I mean, there's nothing to
How's
brag
your
about.
life? Yeah,
I slept. I
There's nothing to
woke
brag
up.
about.
It was great.
I did get tickets to go see Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So I
I'm
saw that
super
because I'm in
excited.
your guys' Discord now, and I saw that you said, "Who wants to go see Red Hot Chili
Oh,
Peppers?"
you're in my Discord. That's
I
right.
am in the Discord.
Wait, when are you in my Discord?
Because we were playing
Helldivers?
Revenant.
Remnant 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
And then
added you into
it was
Discord.
you and
Oh my god, I didn't realize that Bryan gets all of our. Oh no.
Brian's gonna go snooping now.
You guys still use Discord?
Yeah.
I don't even.
It's like the thing.
I barely got on it.
Do you
Don't
get
worry.
do you get notifications from?
I do, but
our
I
group?
ignore them.
From our group,
But I ignore
because
them.
that's our main. I notice for my group of friends, that is our main source of communication. So everybody will post in Discord, and just keep on like posting stuff, and then it gets, and then it goes like, "Who wants to go to Red Hot Chili Peppers?" And then like there's like an obscene joke, and then and then you
Okay,
go.
now I got to go back
da-da,
on the
And
conversation.
then you go da 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 da. It's a lot of like joking about sitting on each other's faces. Stuff like that.
Why?
What?
How does that?
It's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Explain the connection between Red Hot Chili Peppers and sitting on people's faces.
Well, that one
You never
was.
listened to the lyrics? I want to sit on your face. He says that.
Well, no, we were talking about because we were talking
I
about
want your
on that
butt
one. We were
on
talking
my
about going to Booze and Brews.
Booze and Brews.
So Booze and Brews, I'm assuming, went from Booze and Brews to Boobs and Brews.
No, it was Booze and Brews, and then we were talking, and then we were like, okay, cool. I got my ticket, and then somebody else said, I got my ticket to sit on your face, and then somebody else went, I got my ticket too to sit on his face, and then it kind of just like,
I got the ticket to see him sit on his face.
and then it just,
Well, I got the ticket to watch you watch it sit on his face.
and then it just kind of escalated
Yeah.
from there.
Why?
I don't know.
So who's sitting on whose
Discord.
face?
Huh?
Who's sitting on whose face?
I mean, I'm not
How
going
to
to
start,
disclose.
right?
That's their private business.
Is it you on Andrew?
Huh?
Is it you on Andrew?
No, we've already done that. We almost died. It's not great when two
No,
fat
if
guys
it's
sit
you
on
and
two-
Andrew
sit
and-
on their face. You can't 69 two big dudes because then it's you just die.
Yeah.
Like that's
Because you're just stuck in the flap.
yeah.
You know?
And then you both can't roll over. So
Is
that's
it
a
just
problem.
what is it called? Continuous energy?
No, it's not a perpetual motion machine.
What, you mean an Ouroboros? Like,
It's not a perpetual motion machine. No, it's not how that works.
That's how you get unlimited energy.
No, you would need
You
a
get
like
two big dudes 69ing each other.
You just need a scuba tank. That's all.
that's in the heart of the reactor.
Yeah. Well,
That's what's powering
Dude, yeah.
Tony
You didn't-
Stark's
yeah.
arc reactor.
Two chunky dudes, just 69.
Wait, you didn't,
Atomic level.
you didn't see that in the Flash?
No.
When he's running around in the circle?
It's just like two guys go.
He's like, and then he shoots off to another timeline.
I don't know what that was.
Well, that's why he's running. That's why he's running.
That's why he's running. They're chasing him.
That's why he's running so fast.
That's the Speed Force right there.
And then like he pulls it out and he goes, "Run, Barry, run,
Run!
But you have to have the pop. It's the
Yeah.
pop.
It's the pop that motivates you.
It's that pop.
Why was Sean so good at like doing the slow motion run? I just
'Cause
saw
I-
him in the corner of my eyes, just like.
Because it's so ridiculous. He looks so dumb how he does it.
Wait,
It's
hold
like-
on. That's the one we do not talk about. I'm talking about Barry. I'm talking about Grant Gustin's Barry. I like Grant Gustin's.
There's like a little bit more of like the arm motion.
And what's wrong with that?
I don't know. Doesn't look as cool.
No, because I like Grant's because Grant actually did train with like runners.
Yeah.
Like he actually trained with like sprinters.
Ugh, what a tryhard.
Can confirm.
Too
Grant
method.
Gustin's not that tall.
Huh?
Really?
Grant Gustin's not tall.
What is he like what 5'9", 5'11"?
It's like 5'10".
He's just
5'10",
lanky.
5'11"? He's,
Yeah.
yeah, he's really lanky.
I was like super close to him when I used to work at Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Walked right by him. Not that tall. I was taller than him. I was like,
Same.
J.K. Simmons, he was tall. That guy was tall.
He was tall.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Really? I feel like he's short.
No, he's a tall man.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I believe
interesting.
it, yeah.
Yeah, because I heard him. I'm like, is that Jonah Jameson? And I turn around and I'm like, he had his hat and his glasses on. This is at a coffee shop like in the Hollywood area or Studio City.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh my gosh. I was telling my ex at the time, like, that's Jonah Jameson. Check it out. I was just geeking out. But he's tall.
Sean!
Tall.
Where are those photos of Spider-Man?
You know what? Paul Dini's really
want-
tall. I was actually
Who?
really surprised on how tall Paul Dini is. He's like 6 foot.
Celebrity Heights. New segment.
what celebrity have you ran into?
Yeah.
It's so funny how like
They're just like us.
Tom Cruise. He's just like me. Short.
Short King.
Short king.
Short king.
have you guys ever ran into celebrities on the street besides you?
Met Danny Pudi in Pasadena.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That was cool.
You know who apparently people run into? Serge Tankin.
Who?
Serge Tankin,
Oh,
the lead singer
from
from
System.
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 Yeah,
Oh.
but he's around like the Hollywood area. I kind of want to see if I can run into him. Not stalk him, but run into him.
Yeah, you should preference not stalk him.
Not stalk him. No,
Because
he does have a coffee shop.
I'm
though.
letting you know right now, the fact that you said not stalk him, everybody thinks you're gonna stalk him.
Is the coffee shop?
I would.
Wake up!
That's a missed opportunity. If it's
You know
not.
what? If it's not,
Yeah.
he really messed up.
Just see
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
kind of like our
Really
medium
messed
coffee he
up,
has.
right?
Did you see the last meals with him?
I saw the thumbnail. I didn't watch it.
It's
There's so
interesting.
many people now that they've been coming out more
Back
and
to
more.
back.
Yeah.
So the interesting ones about last meals is Tony Hawk and Surge. Those are the two.
I watched Tony
interesting ones.
Hawk's.
Yeah.
It was good.
Tony Hawk is interesting because he's a celebrity who wants to be like a celebrity, but no one realizes that it's Tony Hawk.
Right?
Yeah. And Surge is interesting to hear interview. He's so like zen and peaceful.
He's
and
an intellectual.
He's also he is, but he's also an advocate to try to put out there that
Yeah.
the Armenian genocide was a thing to have people acknowledge it. But it's so interesting because in that entire interview, what?
I'm acknowledging it.
There, so dumb. You pissed me off with that. I thought you were just like, I have a question. It's like, no, I'm acknowledging it.
I'm just acknowledging it.
Yeah, I'm acknowledging it. What's wrong?
Nothing. Never
What?
mind.
It was actually.
It caught me. I was just like, that was a little bit of a surprise.
I
That's
know,
all it was.
you know, it's really funny.
What?
My principal, because I've been talking with you guys, my principal's really into wrestling, like hard.
Oh, I thought he was like, oh, but your principal listens to us. I'm like, ooh.
No. He's hardcore into wrestling. So then he was talking about it, and he goes, Mr. Nick, what would be your wrestling finisher? Like if you could pick any
The big
wrestler's
man
finisher.
69.
You know, That's what she.
Perpetual motion.
You know,
That's what you call
it's called perpetual motion.
good.
Perpetual motion. It's
I
when
feel
you
like
have someone. You have someone.
I feel like
this,
that would have
their
been
legs are
Rashiki.
here, their heads there, and you just go off
And
the
you
top rope.
Yeah.
And then you just
spin.
and then you spin it. You call it the perpetual motion.
It's the professional motion.
Oh,
I
no
would like
one's
to see
ever
that.
been able.
You know what?
To count out of
you know
that.
what? I know it's impossible, but if you could jump off the top rope, land, and then keep rolling, now that would be an interesting one. And then you roll out of it and throw them. That's a perpetual motion.
So the perpetual, if you were to do a perpetual motion finisher, it's exactly what Rene said, right?
Yeah.
It's like a reverse suplex
Yeah.
or something like that from the top rope. But as soon as you land, you have to bring the guy over, roll through, and then kick him into the other corner of the post.
I think that'd be sick.
You gotta
That'd be a
going.
sick.
Keep
Yeah,
the motion
keep it going.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I was talking to him, and I know he's a Roman Reigns fan. So I specifically went, I'd give him a Superman punch. I'd give him that hoo-ah, and then I'd Superman punch him. And then he goes, Mr. Nick, do you acknowledge? And then I went,
What a suck up, dude.
it was so
What
funny.
a suck up, dude.
It was so
You should have been like,
He doesn't even watch it.
I don't, but I know.
Why didn't you just coward, dude? You should have been like, oh, it would have been the Crossroads
I couldn't think of it. I legitimately couldn't think of Crossroads, and then I thought of it later. And
or
I
the
was
Cody Cutter.
Is Cody Cutter considered his finisher?
No,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
a semi.
It's a move.
Yeah, it's a move he called he used from another wrestler,
Listen,
which is his mentor.
when
Diamond
finishers
Dallas Page.
actually start finishing people, then I'll acknowledge
He
that.
does. What are you talking about?
When you have to use a finisher 5 times, it doesn't finish people.
Oh, because everyone who's been wrestling literally doesn't acknowledge the fact. Like what? Jacob Fatu. Have you seen that guy wrestle?
No.
Jacob Fatu's crazy, dude. That guy got RKO'd and stood up like like immediately afterwards.
Yeah. So that's what I mean by finishers don't finish people. But we were walking down the hallway, and then
Excuse me.
as we were walking down the hallway, mind you, the hallway echoes because he was on one side, I was on the other side of the hallway, and he's like, "Oh, acknowledge me!" And then I just went like that as I walked away, and he's just like, "All right, that's pretty cool."
You should have done what The Rock did.
Huh?
You should have done what The Rock did.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, he did this by accident when he knew that it was supposed to be this way.
Well, no, because that's The Rock. He's giving him The Rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not what it was.
It's rock,
it makes sense.
Rock,
You know
paper,
what? That's a
scissors.
stupid reason because we
No.
all know that the first time he went up there and was supposed to acknowledge Roman, he was supposed to do this, but instead did this.
No, he's The Rock. He's
No,
giving
because
the
in
Rock
the same
symbol.
scene, he literally goes like this and then goes,
Yeah, he's giving him The
No.
Rock acknowledge.
he messed up.
The Rock acknowledge.
Guy's out of touch.
Huh?
Guy's out of touch.
The Rock.
He's washed.
You're out of touch.
He's washed, dude.
You wish McMahon was back.
Ew, God, no. No.
No one wishes that.
No.
For the record.
Absolutely not. I did not realize that they were still doing federal investigations on him.
Yeah, of course.
He's
Yeah.
got a lot of charges.
Isn't he back?
No.
No,
I thought didn't he come back and then Stephanie McMahon retired?
Yes.
That was a
quit.
while. That was the first time he retired.
That's 2023.
Yeah.
Oh, is he
He-
gone again?
Yes.
He's been gone.
Yeah.
He sold his shares of TKO.
Yeah. So he has no
That's good.
ties with WWE anymore.
That's good.
Yeah.
It is.
Whatever.
He'll be back.
No. You know what? People are saying
He'll be back.
that he might be back.
That'd be a big step back. I probably would stop watching WWE at that point.
He's not going to go back to WWE. There's no way.
No.
There's no way. I don't think anyone will allow him to after
No.
everything was
But
released.
what other company would touch him?
AEW?
Who would who AEW? No company would touch him.
No
He's
one
poison.
would.
He's poison.
He's collateral, dude.
AEW would.
No, he's unless you
desperate.
unless you put him in like a super secret like
Ghost Rider.
advisory
AEW
position.
would bring him on once Mercedes Moné and John Moxley leave.
I'm telling you right now, unless they put him in like this super secret, like you can like push pieces around and you can do everything else. No, he's too nuclear. He's too nuclear.
That's sometimes what people want, dude. Companies want that sometimes. Bring in the notice, the notoriety.
No, because there's also the federal charges, which are an uncertainty. He's not going to be here. Why am I going to spend all this money for a person when he might not be here in like 3
That's
weeks?
true. I don't want to write up a contract of like X amount of years, have someone on knowing that there's a possibility they can go to jail.
They're
No,
going to go to
I
jail.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't personally.
That's why he's not coming back
No.
ever.
Yeah.
Sean, what about you? How was your week?
It was good. Made some progress. I've been painting
Oh,
my
that's what we're
Warhammer
talking about?
figure.
We're still talking about Reeks.
Yeah.
I just realized that.
Yeah. Well, because Nick
15
was
minutes
talking
in.
about it.
I'm sorry.
We went from like his work to like him acknowledging.
I thought the next conversation would get into comic strips. That's why
You
I was
want to get
like,
into comic strips already?
I was like, dang.
He said he
Yeah.
was painting Warhammer. That was it.
Just been making some progress. He's coming out pretty good.
I saw
I noticed that.
good.
Yeah.
I saw your progress, and now I need to buy more minis. You make me spend money, dude. You make me spend money.
I bring out the worst in
What
people
a
sometimes,
jerk.
like their vices, but
'Cause,
then they
like-
thank me later.
No, because last time we played, he had bought brand new minis, and he goes, "Oh, these are adding to my army." I was like, "All right, cool,
Like the
whatever."
Dracula one you're doing.
Yeah, that. Oh,
Yeah, I was like,
love
I'll-
the
I'll-
armor
blood
for
angel,
that.
right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
thought about it, and I was like, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal."
Astarath.
That army that he added to it, huge deal. They made such a difference.
How
Like-
much money have you
yeah.
spent on figurines, dude?
I cannot disclose
Listen, we don't
that
talk about money,
currently.
all right?
I will tell you after the show. But I'll tell you this: it's
Upwards of 5.
Figures?
including because I did buy a big portion of my Tau army on eBay on auction. It wasn't built or anything; it was in the boxes. I jumped on that. It was like $400 and something, and then when you piece everything, it was over 700. But it's just the models were like from 5 or 6 years ago, so it wasn't like the most up to date. So they looked kind of janky.
Yeah.
I didn't care. They do the same thing.
So I don't know if it was because you weren't talking about Warhammer until like maybe a couple months ago, but the last time I went over, your place looked like a little mini museum of figurines because you had them in like little
The-
glass containers and
yeah.
stuff like
You got
that.
that one
Thank you from Prime
Noel.
Time, Noel.
Yeah,
Thank
from
you
Noel.
so much for that case, man. I really appreciate
You
it.
got
It
a
looks-
case
it
from
looks
Prime
good.
Time?
Yes.
That's the case that was in Noel's.
Oh, really? The
Mhm.
one that was housing the retro games that he was selling?
I think it might have. And
Yeah,
then
it was
he
right next to the Charmander.
It was just taking up room, and he's like, the guy didn't come pick it up. If you want it, go ahead. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Might as well.
Sick, mine.
All right, not bad.
Now it's
Yeah.
in his house.
Yeah.
Well, before we jump
Hey, how
into
does your
comic
wife
strips,
like
or,
all
never mind.
the toys in your house?
You literally made a meme.
Yeah, did you
There
see?
was a
Did
meme
you see the
about that.
meme?
I did. That's what made me think about it.
She actually suggested, hey, you should get that display case because your figures would look really cool in it. I'm like, all right, cool.
So she was being the supportive wife?
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
That's good.
because I had mentioned it like a week prior, and then out of the blue, she's like, hey, does Noel still have it? I'm like, I can ask. Yeah, and she's like, and she said that. I'm like,
That's cool.
yes,
It's so good to have a supportive.
yes, for my hobbies. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Do you not with
Thanks.
Monica?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was buying my Gundam, she was like, I'm not gonna see him for like.
It's over.
Like she was like, I have a full day to myself. Like that's.
She's like, oh, Nick's building something. Time to myself.
All right.
Self care.
So that's eating hot Cheetos and
Mhm.
watching Gilmore Girls.
Jesus Christ, call her out on that, dude.
That's her self. That's
she
her self.
wasn't watching Gilmore
That's your
Girls.
decompression.
That's your
process.
decompression, dude.
I'm watching 24 again.
He needs to watch.
Oh,
Who
cool.
didn't watch 24? Is it?
Renee did.
Yeah.
It's
I
interesting.
haven't seen 24. I saw a little bit when it was coming out.
Has it aged well?
Yeah.
Has 24?
I forget that
aged well?
24 was in an era of TV where they can get away with a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of Arab fear, though.
It is.
It's a lot. It's
So-
a lot of. It's a lot.
So the
Came out in
first,
2001. So.
Yeah.
they blew up a plane on the first episode.
Yeah, they did.
And then I forgot that in the first episode, the chick that jumps out of the plane,
Mhm.
she's nude for the whole scene. You can see the
Whoa.
outline of nipples, and I'm like, dude, this is an era TV where you could go like pretty crazy.
Well, I remember
Thanks,
that
Fox.
specific. Yeah, Fox that was like after 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After 9 o'clock, anything went.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah,
That was
Back in the
why they
day.
put it so late,
Yeah.
because then more than likely kids are asleep.
Yeah.
Because kids should be asleep by 8 o'clock, and then we all had terrible parents
Mhm.
that just went, "What are you watching? Oh, nipples are out. That's fine."
That's
good.
no, in the
That's
first
60%
episode, I don't know if
going
you
out,
remember that Jack cuts the thumb off of a
Dude,
one of
I'm
the
not gonna
people.
lie. I haven't seen 24 in probably like 6-7 years.
So the good thing about 24 is that it ages
haven't seen
well because the story makes you think that the plot goes one way, and
and then it
shifts,
curves.
yeah.
It curves really nice.
it's good. Yeah,
and it does that every single season, which is always great.
yeah.
It's still running, huh?
Look, I know you don't like
No.
people recommending shows. Just put it on
It
and just watch the first
it was
episode.
they redid it with the dude from Straight Outta
Legacy.
Compton.
Yeah,
It was which one? Legacy. It got like a season.
one.
Yeah, I got a singular season, and then they were trying to do it with Freddie Prinze Jr., but then that didn't go anywhere.
Mm.
Yeah. Just if you can
Mhm.
watch the first. That show is you don't need 3 episodes to get into it. It'll get you into it within the first episode. Like it sells itself pretty well. and then it just gets progressively better. I think there's only one bad season. It was the season before the CTU was revamped, I think.
Oh,
I don't
know what
remember.
you're talking about. Yeah.
There's one season that was like kind of mid.
That was I think that was when like there was just a lot of wild stuff, and you were just like, what?
It just didn't work. It didn't connect.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that you were like.
It was before the main girl, the one that's
Chloe?
always looks pouty. I forget her name.
Chloe.
Chloe, thank you. Yeah, before she comes into the show.
That's season. She comes in season 3, isn't it?
Season 3 or season 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Anyways,
she's a staple.
Watch 24. Really good show. But before we jump into comic strips, just a couple quick announcements. Before we jump into comic strips, a couple announcements. So November's coming up. That means November of Guess, the month of Guess, is going to be here. We have guests lined up for you guys already, so keep an eye on that. That'll begin the first week of November. We'll be announcing it closer to the month.
Yes.
Anything else that people should be aware of? Not that we're working on, right?
We have all of the LA Comic-Con stuff should be coming out. If you guys just missed it, we just put up the swap meet.
Swap meet, the overview.
Yes, but go to the actual video because that way you guys can take part in the demo. They gave us 100 members, which are 100 of our subscribers, and what was it? And people who watch the video and everything like that. 100 of you just have to click the link, follow it, sign up, and then you can get into the live demo.
It's an invite.
Yeah, it's an invite. It is really cool of them to invite us and to invite our community to it, and I'm really excited for it. So.
It's an interesting game. Definitely one that dragged my attention to have you watch it or have me watch it while you were playing it.
I think it'd be really fun on stream.
Yeah,
I think that would be a really fun stream game. So
yeah, it was good. It was good. But thanks to Doug and Chris for that one. The overview is up. There should be another one that should have released on Monday. If not, it'll come up Friday, Saturday as well. So 2 more videos will be coming up on YouTube. Yes. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. Moving on to comic strips, the portion of the show where we talk about topics that don't merit a 10 to 15 minute conversation. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Daniel Craig and Ryan Johnson are reportedly not happy with the Knives Out film not having a theatrical release. Apparently, Craig seemed to have a heated exchange with a Netflix co-CEO over this issue, claiming that their reasoning behind this was a pretty effed up model that they had. Yeah.
It's Netflix.
Well, that's the thing. When stuff like that happens, like Wolves. Remember Wolves? That's with Brad Pitt and George Clooney.
Yeah.
That's on Apple TV. But we saw the trailer for it when we went to go see a movie. So I automatically thought, okay, it's going to have a movie release, and then like a week or 2 later, it's going to be in Apple TV. No, it was just straight to Apple TV.
Yeah. It actually really does confuse the market.
Yeah.
And everything else. Yeah. But I mean, studios do this all the time. Studios make decisions that probably you don't agree with. I mean, look at Joker. They greenlit that, and then they shelved Batgirl.
Mm-hmm.
That is an interesting take now that you mention it.
Yeah, like of the 2 movies when they were like, oh, do we release Batgirl and do we continue with Joker, which we have not test screened. Todd Phillips doesn't want any input in this movie, and he just wants to be left alone and then release this movie. Or a movie that has actually gotten really good reviews from test screenings. Which one do we do? And then they went, well, let's go with the Joker, and we'll shelve Batgirl. They also did the same thing for
the Tom and Jerry.
Wile E. Coyote.
So did you see
Wile E.
that Warner
Coyote.
Brothers announced another Looney Tunes movie to be released in theaters within the next coming months?
That's interesting, but my thing is that I really want to see that Wile E. Coyote one.
The Wile E. versus
They need to
Acme?
leak it.
Yeah, because John Cena's in it. What was the
Will
other?
Forte.
Will Forte is in it. Excuse me. Yeah. And it's supposed to be Wile E. Coyote suing the Acme Corporation. That's a hilarious premise. And John Cena is the lawyer defending Acme.
I feel like there's more reasons that Warner Brothers hasn't revealed as to why they shelved Batgirl. Like I said, tax purposes are a reason.
Well, also they turned down the Batman Beyond animated movie.
Yeah.
And that because they were working on another project they couldn't disclose, and now it's because it was the Minecraft movie that they were.
That's what it was?
Minecraft got the funding.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because they were deciding on what to. They were already putting money into Minecraft, but the thing was that when the creators of the Spider-Verse came up to them, and pitched them, hey, we have an idea with Batman Beyond. You want to see it? And they told him, well, it's going to be a no, but we'll see what you have.
In all fairness, we haven't seen Minecraft yet. Who knows? It
Where's
could
the
be
budget?
really
The
good.
costumes look terrible. Come on.
It could be good. I'm just going on the I'm being devil's advocate on the fact that we haven't seen it yet. We don't know, but from what they've shown, it looks dumb.
It's the same thing that happened with the Super Mario Brothers movie. Everyone was hating on Chris Pratt voicing Mario. And now it's like one of the highest rated and highest grossing animated movies of all time.
I feel like they're different things though, because I feel like when I saw the Sonic trailer, there was a lot of really cool stuff.
The Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. What did I say?
You said Sonic.
Oh, I
was like, what do you mean?
say
Yeah.
Sonic.
I was kind of hoping he would still just stick with Sonic. like, yeah, no, I get
He's
it.
stroking
but
out.
Sonic,
Sorry, I apologize.
Smell burnt toast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sonic. That's what we're talking about, right?
No,
Sonic.
well, because I think it's because both of them kind of have, suffered from the same
But
thing.
yeah, you're right.
They both suffered from the same thing, where Sonic and also Super Mario Brothers both had good trailers. Like, as much as you could hate, like, oh, Chris Pratt's voice sounds dumb or anything like that, and why are they doing certain things? There was a lot of really cool things that were in the trailer that you were like, you know what? If you just take that out, there's a lot of really fun stuff that it looks like is in this movie, and I'm interested to see it. Same thing with the Sonic movie, where you were like, there's a lot of really fun stuff that's in here.
But did the
that I'm
Minecraft trailer
interested
have
in.
that?
No, the
Why did
Minecraft
Jason
trailer.
Momoa have that wig? I just want to know why is he
I thought
dressed
it was
like that? It
Not
is
only that, but also
not
for some,
good.
I don't know why he's dressed like that. I'm assuming it's because he's a streamer, and that's what because there's a lot of streamers that are apparently in this movie. Because what was
Okay,
it?
I'm
What's
not
her
watching
name?
this movie now.
'Cause
You
what-
had me at streamers.
No,
now.
I'm being serious because what's her name? Valkyrie.
Oh,
Is
I
in
was
this
hoping
movie.
you weren't going to talk about her.
Valkyrie was in.
Why, what's wrong with
She was apparently she did a scene in the movie and everything like that, and then because the whole controversy came up a little bit where she was like, I was very disappointed with Jason Momoa on the set
So
because apparently he was very rude to the crew.
So in the interview that she had with like another YouTube channel, she said that Momoa was being rude to the crew, but she then kind of stepped back a little bit and was kind of saying that, well, I don't know if it was because it was seen or if it was because of, maybe he was just in the moment or something, but the things that I saw from him were very
Disappointing.
And it
We're all
kinda-
human. We have bad days.
Yeah,
it could be that
if it's not a consistent thing, which we haven't heard of,
yeah.
come out before. This is like the first time. He was probably having a bad day.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with what's his name, Christian Bale.
Yeah.
because people blow up on Christian Bale.
Terminator
for
Salvation?
Terminator Salvation. But when you actually look at what happened and the situation that was going on,
It was
in the
warranted.
middle, he was frustrated and the PA was at fault.
Yeah.
Should he have blown up like that? No. In a professional environment, you don't blow up on somebody like that.
Unless you're Christian Bale.
Unless you're Christian Bale and you can afford it.
Yeah.
But you're a franchise star who can kind of tell somebody off.
Or just Chevy Chase.
Yeah, or I mean,
Or Edward Norton.
no one talks to anybody like Chevy Chase does.
Right.
But also Edward Norton too. Like Edward Norton had all those arguments with Marvel, and he had all these like disagreements with them and everything.
Even
else.
before that, he already had like a track record of people
Which is also
not
really weird that
wanting
they-
to work with him. Even
Yeah.
though, what was it? Fight Club. I think there was issues with that one with him.
Yeah, because he kept on wanting to change the script. He kept on saying like certain scenes didn't make sense.
But my problem with what Valkyrie said in the or Valkyrie said in the interview was that it kind of felt, and the problem I have with streamers is that I feel like streamers are always trying to attack celebrities who are higher up than them, and it doesn't feel like they have points. It just kind of feels like they're trying to punch up.
No, they want that clip.
Yeah,
they want that
they
clip
want
of
that.
them
They-
saying
when
it
they're
so
already-
then they can get
Yeah.
views.
I-
It's just clip
they're on
farming.
different-
100%.
Yeah, they're on different levels. It's fine if you like streamers. I watch a couple YouTubers I enjoy. Ludwig is one, but sometimes I don't like certain actions that they do, and I feel like
I'm
when
telling you right now, that's because that's the only thing that kind of made sense to me. Is like
it could just be that.
Yeah.
I think that that's the whole point of the Minecraft movie is it's a bunch of streamers that got sucked into Minecraft, and they're all like expert Minecraft players and stuff like that.
Ugh.
I think that's probably where it's going. It sounds really dumb, but we don't know yet. Who knows? Maybe it's really
Are
good.
we gonna watch the Minecraft movie?
We have to.
We have to. We have to.
The only one. So I was.
I'm
watching,
going blitzed. All right, I'm going blitzed.
I,
I'm
you
not.
know what? Honestly, that might be the way to go.
So
Yeah.
what if the Minecraft movie is worse than the Craven movie? Can
or
it?
or Borderlands.
Born?
Or Borderlands.
I've never watched Borderlands.
So I was watching who are the guys that do the special effects? I forget.
The
Corridor Media.
Corridor crew.
They did Borderlands. They did.
Oh,
Like,
they looked
scenes.
over?
They looked over it in the special effects.
Mhm.
It's hilarious because they're watching it and they're going, "Do you guys notice that there's no ricochets?
Mm-hmm.
Like she does this and nobody reacts to bullets firing at people. She's just waving her hand back and forth, and then like she's shooting like 100 bullets. She's just emptying a clip, and then you see a single blip of like a bullet hitting the back, and they're going, "Where are all these bullets? Where are they going?"
I have to watch that video.
It's so funny because they're going through like step by step of like everything else, and they're going. It looks like somebody just did a single pass. And a lot of the special effects for this movie, it was very low budget.
Question: is this on comic strips? 7 Minutes of Craven premiered.
No.
Okay.
All right, let's jump into the next topic.
Since you mentioned Craven real quick.
Yeah.
Craven the Hunter opening 7 minutes reveals that director Teases inclusion of more Marvel characters. From the test footage, someone said grounded, violent, charismatic, work speaking Russian, and a bunch of guards with aim. So this is just, I guess, him fighting in a prison, from what it looks like, and alongside the footage appears to tease that more Marvel characters will pop up beyond Craven and Rhino, saying, "We built some set pieces and some action pieces that I'm super proud of. It's not just Craven. We've got the opportunity to really drive into the Marvel characters here."
No, if
who
it's in a
knows?
prison with guards, they're villains that are incarcerated, and we just see an outline. That's all it is. It doesn't mean anything.
He's going on a manhunt in a prison, is what it says.
So then they're
He's
not
hunting
going to be
someone.
used. They're just cameos.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Like, who cares?
It's a Sony movie, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not like it's going to matter.
Yeah, it's all.
But they
it's all-
specifically say Marvel characters.
That's fine. I
Craven's
mean,
a Marvel character.
That's
Yeah, sure.
But that's the thing though, is that because they own Spider-Man, it could be just a bunch of Spider-Man villains. You could have Craven there.
And
you probably have
Cinderblock. I would like to see Cinderblock in the
maybe,
movie.
maybe you have
Tombstone,
like,
there you go.
yeah, you have Tombstone, maybe Sandman or something like that.
No,
like
you know what's dumb?
Kingpin.
Remember.
No, you wouldn't have
Because
Kingpin.
no. Because remember what I said 2 weeks ago. Sony or Marvel Studios cannot use a villain until Sony Studios kills them off.
That's right.
So if that is true, okay, then that means that Sony is essentially capturing every single villain and going like Marvel Studios can't touch them until we kill them. But there's no body, so they can't ever be used.
Probably.
But my
That
thing
makes
is
sense.
that I don't think Kingpin would, because Kingpin is more considered a Daredevil villain than he is a Spider-Man villain.
If
I don't think he's inside of Spider-Man's rogues.
if they put Scorpion in there, because Scorpion hasn't been in a Sony movie, right?
No.
That'll upset me. That'll upset me.
Because that would have taken Scorpion off the. But I don't think they can, because they already used Scorpion.
Where do they use Scorpion?
They used Scorpion in No Way Home.
Yeah, the guy that was talking to Vulture at the end of the movie. when
That's
he's in
Scorpion.
prison, that walks up to him.
Oh.
But
He
he's
does
in the
that-
Sonyverse.
No, he's not. No. This is at the end of No Way Home.
Yeah.
Remember the guy that
Not
they're
no way,
doing
Homecoming.
Homecoming? When what was it?
When Vulture's in prison, walking.
When
at
they're
the
doing
end.
the first, when they're doing the
Oh,
deal
you're
on the
right, you're
ferry,
Oh yeah.
that's the Scorpion. When they're doing the deal on the ferry,
But didn't Vulture go back to the Sonyverse and
we don't know
Morbius?
we don't know what's happening. We don't know.
They haven't acknowledged if they're gonna keep going with that or
This
not.
is just tug of war between the both studios.
It's
with
That's
this
really-
movie.
it really
silly.
is.
It's a
That's
pissing
the-
contest.
We got to
It's
see,
super
and
silly.
plus that's the thing. We still have yet to see Venom.
in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, we're gonna
Or
see
is that
that.
next week?
Next week,
Oh, it's next week. Yeah,
it's 24th.
I'm kind of excited. I
I'm
know it's not gonna be
interested.
bad. Yeah.
I'm interested.
I'm-
I don't want to go in happy, but like because I'll be disappointed.
It's just
But
ridiculous.
yeah, it's
But
just, but it's gonna be interesting.
I can
Like I said.
I can see Sony maybe doing a couple of cameos of just basic villains, maybe some D-listers.
Yeah, just keep basic villains in check. Don't
We'll
take
see.
anyone good.
Yeah.
That's all
I know
care
for
about.
sure they're gonna have the chameleon in there.
Just have Miles Morales in the background.
Right.
Can't have them.
You just see his afro. That's it. oh, there he goes. There he goes.
Oh, there it is.
What is he doing in prison? Don't know. Just can't use them. Though.
He's
Visiting
visiting.
the Prowler.
Seen his
Yeah.
dad.
He's
Oh,
just a prowler.
Okay.
maybe a prowler.
If
Yeah.
you see even the afro, can't use him in a Marvel movie. It's done. That's it. Locked out. Speaking about Spider-Man, Tom Holland went on the Rich Roll podcast earlier this week and reveals that he would like to continue playing Spider-Man for many years and would love for Marvel Studios to introduce Miles Morales pretty soon. Quote, "I'd love to do for a young kid what Robert Downey Jr. did for me."
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you only can do Miles Morales and Peter Parker's relationship.
How do you bring in Miles Morales into the MCU?
Well,
Because it has
he kind of already is. Yeah, was it the Prowler and Homecoming acknowledged saying I have a nephew that lives.
But how
here."
does he get his radioactive powers?
No, but because remember at the end, when he's like trying to get off the car and he's like, "Come on, man, I gotta get out of here," and then he picks up the phone and he goes, "Hey, Miles, I'm not gonna make it." Like he already acknowledges that there is a Miles.
But how do you get him to become or get bitten by a radioactive spider?
You can always have it where either Oscorp, or if you introduce an Oscorp, or you have like another corporation, you can always have it that maybe they're trying to kidnap Spider-Man and recreate his powers for something else.
We don't have an Oscorp in the MCU,
yet.
but we do have Alchemex.
You have Alchemex. You also have Hammer Industries, because Hammer Industries is still
Hammer Industries doesn't deal with that, unless Alchemex, is it Alchemex?
Yeah.
Unless they start dealing with multiverse travel because of Miguel O'Hara, and then they bring in a radioactive.
We don't
spider.
know. We don't know where that goes from. I think 100%. You can always do it kind of like how the video game did it, where it was a radioactive spider that somebody else was trying to create to make like a cure for something, or to recreate Spider-Man's powers.
So many different versions of Miles, man.
I know, but I think that would be an interesting idea of Miles just getting bitten and then Peter and him recognizing and going from there. Because it's going to be really hard not to copy the video game. Because the video game does a really solid job of giving Miles his powers.
Yeah.
They do a really solid job of giving him stakes and introducing his family and going through the whole thing.
I wonder what Tom's deals would look like in the future, because do you feel like Sony would end up selling Spider-Man to Marvel sometime?
I feel like they've made enough money, because not only that, but also Tom Holland is an actual executive producer now. He actually has veto power, and he actually does. He has a lot more power on these movies.
Nice.
So he has creative power as well.
So then, where is that give though? Because Sony can't take him back now.
I feel like they're making too much money. Why would you? Like, why would I cut this moneymaker off when all
Sony?
the other why would I cut this
'Cause they're
moneymaker
stupid.
off?
Look at the rumors that came out. Marvel Studios cannot use a villain unless it's dead in our universe.
I think that's really silly. Honestly, I feel like what Sony needs to start doing is they need to just realize we're better off just being a distribution and stop wasting our money.
Yeah.
Because we're saving a lot money. We're saving a lot more money, and we're making a lot more money if we just start falling in line with the MCU and just trying to make this a better universe than doing anything else.
Is Kraven the last Sonyverse movie?
As of right now,
As of right
yes.
now, yeah.
Because Venom is the last Venom movie.
Yeah.
Kraven is the last one.
For now, we don't know what happens after. We don't know what happens at the end of Kraven. We don't know what the after credit scene is. We don't know what the after credit scene is.
If Kraven has an after credit scene where it just teases another movie in the Sonyverse, I swear to God, dude, I'll scream.
No, I think that
It's
would
not the last Sony movie.
No.
What's the next
is it?
one?
I typed in, is Craven the last
So-
Sony movie? No, Craven the Hunter is not the last Sony movie.
What is it?
It doesn't say, but
Then
Does
how
they
do,
have something else planned then?
it's showing Venom: The Last Stand, Spider-Man: Beyond the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man 4, Spider-Man live-action noir series, Silk Spider.
Spider-Man Noir.
that doesn't count.
El Muerto.
Yeah,
That's not a direct canon within the MCU.
Yeah.
Well, neither is Kraven.
Well, yeah, but
Didn't they say a
as
Black
a-
Cat spin-off 2's in the works or something?
Oh, they're also trying to do a Silver Sable.
oh yeah, Black and Silver.
Yeah, they were trying to do a Black Cat and Silver Sable.
Just leave him alone.
Here's my.
No one cares about those characters.
I think
I
that
like Black Cat.
I like the idea.
I like
Oh.
I-
Sweeney and Black Cat. Yes.
My thing is that Tom Holland also said in that same interview that him and Zendaya already saw a rough draft
Yeah.
of a Spider-Man 4. That they already saw. They read a first draft. It needs work. They said it needs a lot of work, but from what the ideas are, me and her were. He said, me and Zendaya were reading it in the living room, and we were jumping up and down because there was a lot of really great ideas.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs a couple of more drafts, which is interesting. I like the idea of them going like, we see the problems inside the script that we have right now. It's a first draft, but we're excited to see where it goes. I want, if you're going to do a Silver Sable or you're going to do a Black Cat or anything like that, bring him into the Spider-Man. These Spider-Man villains and heroes and everything else and anti-heroes work a lot better when they have a Spider-Man.
Question: do you want a Gwen Stacy alike, or a Gwen Stacy parallel, or a Black Cat parallel for a love interest for Peter in Spider-Man 4?
I want Black Cat.
Black Cat.
Yeah, Black Cat.
It's a different change up than just the girl that just he tells, "Oh, I'm Spider-Man," and then moving forward, and it's just like she's always in danger because she knows about a secret identity.
Not only that, but also I think it's very interesting, especially seeing as Tom Holland is all on his own.
Yeah.
On this one, he has no money, he has no family, he feels very abandoned. He can only see his friends and everybody else that he loves from a distance, and he's keeping his secret identity very close knit. And I think that'd be really interesting to see this other person that also has abilities, that also is very strong, that also can do stuff, and she maybe takes him down a different path. Because he's not necessarily a thief or anything like that, but he maybe starts kind of Robin Hooding.
Well, that
A
makes
little
sense
bit.
if he has the black suit. Yeah.
Especially when you have that black suit and everything else with Black Cat, and maybe you go a little darker with Spider-Man and everything else. I think there's a couple of really cool ideas that you can do with that.
Or do
New
you
York's
bring an actual
expensive.
MJ,
Huh?
New York's expensive, so I mean, I would.
Yeah.
Steal.
Or you bring in an actual MJ?
an actual Mary Jane,
Because my thing
like
is
a
that
red-headed model?
I don't.
why do you?
I don't think so.
My thing is that I feel like Zendaya is already Mary Jane. I feel
Yeah.
like if we keep on going like, now this is the real Mary Jane.
That's a cheap shot.
That's it.
Yeah. What were these 3 movies of us calling her MJ?
Yeah, like
What
why
was
did
the
we?
point?
What was the point of us calling her MJ? And then they were like,
backtrack.
"Oh yeah, but she's the African American MJ. This is the real MJ. She's red
The
hair.
real
She's-
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's
would
like-
not go over well.
That
with
would not go
DEI.
over well. It's not like you know how much hate you would get.
A lot.
You would get so much hate.
A
Just
lot.
keep her as MJ, and then if you want to do another, you want to do Gwen Stacy, that's fine.
No, I would prefer the Black Cat.
I think leave Gwen Stacy alone. I think we've done the Gwen Stacy and her dying.
well,
and
you have her
everything
as
else.
Ghost Spider in the Spider-Verse movies. Gwen Stacy.
Oh yeah.
Gwen.
Yeah, so it doesn't really make a difference. Like, she already exists there, and they're pushing in the comic books, especially the love connection between Miles and Gwen more than anything else.
Yeah, and
So I think her era with Peter's done.
Yeah, I think that we don't need to have her with Peter and breaking her neck and everything like that.
How many
Yeah.
times, dude?
We don't have to Sean Gwen Stacy every 5 minutes. This is not how that works. We don't have to keep on breaking her neck or breaking her back. I do think that a Black Cat though would be a really interesting idea.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm just interested to think about what they could be doing if the talks to bring Andrew Garfield back into the Spider-Man movies would be. Because apparently that's a huge rumor, too.
Yeah.
I think
Apparently
he's gonna be.
They might bring him in King in Black. That's what they're saying.
That's what I've heard. I heard
Yeah.
that Secret Wars was the one, but then it's also Spider-Man 4.
Mhm.
I refuse to call it King in Black
Why?
because I don't like the title. It's too basic.
It could just be a draft. It's a draft.
It's
Well,
a
no, that
code
was
name.
that was a name in the storyline with Noel. That's the thing.
Oh.
Yeah,
King in Black.
it's just basic for a movie.
I know, but you know, Spider-Man's basic. It's fine.
You take that back.
I was waiting for Brian.
I was just not gonna say
I was
anything. I
waiting-
was just like,
I was waiting for
I'm
Brian.
not
I
gonna
was
feed
waiting for
into it.
Brian's.
I'm not gonna feed into it. Not.
Mhm.
Moving on. We'll do some quick little news tidbits. Karate Kid Legends gets an official poster and an official release date of May 30th, 2025.
I'm interested.
Yeah, definitely.
Posters looks interesting.
It look-
Very
yeah.
late 80s, early 90s.
Next
Yeah.
month we'll get part 2
Retro.
of the final season.
That's it, right? Or is there a
No,
part
there's
3?
a part 3, but that's later
That's
in
in
2025.
But I think we're gonna have most of the tournament. Probably
Mhm.
get a couple of people knocked out, and then you're gonna get the finals.
Do we
in
get a
2025.
Jackie Chan reveal at the end?
Yes.
I think so. That makes sense.
But who's Jackie Chan going to play? Because he was
Mr.
Miyagi.
Han.
No, he wasn't.
No,
he was
Mr.
Mr.
Han.
Han. He was
I'm
not.
sorry,
Mr.
I keep
Miyagi.
forgetting.
Miyagi is Japanese.
Yes, you're right. You're
Han
right.
is Chinese.
Was that planned for
Two
ever since
different
in the back?
countries. What?
Sorry, can you explain that again?
Yes, 2 different countries, China, Japan.
One country really hates
Yeah.
the other country.
Sushi, egg rolls.
I thought you were gonna say I honestly thought you were gonna say chow mein or something.
No, I'm not that racist. Yeah.
I like how you didn't say I'm not racist. It's just, I'm racist. It's just not that.
It's not that much, all right?
Yeah.
I know my food.
No,
egg rolls.
I think I know with Mr. Han coming because what it looks like is it looks like Daniel and Mr. Han are going to be adversaries, and I think that would be interesting if it's 2 different forms of Miyagi-Do going against each other.
Yes.
Wait, what was the story with Mr. Han?
He was also taught the
Yeah.
same kind of martial arts
Mhm.
As Miyagi.
as Miyagi,
Yeah.
and then he took it to, and then he was in China, and then he went to Japan.
So in China, there's no Cobra Kai.
No.
Yeah.
It was a different
It was
dojo.
a different
Yeah.
Okay.
dojo.
You're okay. I have to rewatch that movie. I've seen it so many times, but I keep forgetting
Yes.
because I had to erase my mind.
Was it in
so
Hong
much.
Kong? Was it in Hong Kong?
Hong Kong, yeah.
That's where Jaden the other one takes place. I really want to say a Jaden Smith. I highly doubt
Well-
he's going to come back in it.
Will and Jada are producers on this movie.
Are they?
Yeah, they're credited as producers.
Jada or Jaden?
both. Jada and Will. Jada.
Well, they were producers on the remake as
Yeah.
well.
Mhm.
It
makes sense.
I think they might own those.
I'm
Well,
so
Will's
confused.
also a producer on Cobra Kai as well.
I think he might own the rights. I think he bought the rights.
Yeah, it makes sense.
When he was doing the original, I think he bought the rights.
Well, he was smart because I think he knew that if he did an exact remake
It wasn't
of
gonna
Karate Kid, it wasn't going to work. So he altered it to being like, okay, no, we're going to be in China this time. and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
What does Jaden Smith look like right now? Does he
Uh,
look
Yeah, like long,
older?
bleach
He's like
hair.
no, he looks the same. He just looks taller.
He's
Or does he look
lanky.
more grown
He's
up?
very lengthy.
Yeah, he's very lanky.
Because how interesting would it be for the movie to have like a not like to see the fight, but like kind of a Rocky Creed finish of Rocky 2, I think it is.
Well, also remember, if you were to have Jaden Smith come back, he's already in his 20s.
Yeah.
So he would be another master. He wouldn't be
in that league.
Yeah, he wouldn't be competing. He would be like another master.
Yeah, but I mean,
He's too old.
Make it anime like you know,
Oh my
Miguel comes in and goes just like I gotta fight the guy.
It's not going to happen, Brian.
How cool would it be though?
It wouldn't be
No.
cool. Only you would like that.
I would freak out, dude. Why? How is it not cool?
Listen, they
I would
can
rather have Hilary Swank
Yeah, same.
come in.
Fight Miguel?
No, just
Yeah.
come in and just.
Miguel has
that's
to
it.
fight someone from another movie, dude.
Why does he have to fight someone from another movie?
Because that would be interesting.
I
Why do you
think-
gotta have the Hispanic fight somebody? Why can't you pick like Robbie or something?
Because he's been fighting Robbie for the past like 4
No, he
seasons.
wants. He's saying, why can't Robbie fight?
Because Robbie's not the Karate Kid. He's not
Alright,
the
I
Cobra
guess.
Kai.
He's not the Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
He's
Is
the
he- is he
he's the
Cobra Kai?
legacy. What are you talking about? He's the
Is he the-
legacy.
Who's the Cobra Kai?
There is no Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is dead.
John Kreese is
Yeah,
Cobra
Joe-
Kai.
John
John
Kreese.
Kreese is
It's
Cobra
Eagle
Kai.
Fang now,
yeah,
baby.
man, it's Eagle Fang.
Yeah.
So who's the Eagle Fanger?
Miguel.
I don't think you
Stingray.
Miguel.
Stingray.
It's
Oh,
Stingray.
In all fairness, I don't think you can say that in polite company. Who's the Eagle Fanger? I don't think you can say that in polite company. Which one of you is the Eagle Fanger? Show it to me.
Show me you're the finger.
Okay. Do you think that Hilary Swank will be in?
I want, but
What does your
I
heart
don't
tell
know.
you?
That she will be.
I
What
feel
does
like
your
yeah.
gut tell you?
That she will be in
There you
Smash.
go.
I feel like everybody who was in. I feel like everybody who's touched the Karate Kid.
Phrasing. Phrasing.
Whoever touched the kid, the
Guys,
Karate Kid.
Guys are
Freaking Rene goes just like she's coming back and smash, and then you lead into
whoever's touched the Karate Kid. I want her. I want
Renee's
her.
like I wish.
I want her and her hawk to come back, because then they have like a mascot for Eagle Fang.
Why? Oh,
'Cause she actually has an eagle,
I
or
see.
was it an eagle or a hawk? I think it was a hawk.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. No, they're two different species of animals. Yes, they both have wings.
They look the
They are
same.
not
And
the
they
same
fly.
thing.
Close enough.
They're not the same thing.
Close enough. I want generations to collide. That would be interesting.
I listen. You can get the multiverse of Karate
It's not a
Kid
multiverse
to
because
slap
it's
him.
all in the same universe.
No,
It's the
The
same.
multiverse of the Karate
yeah.
Kid.
Let's be honest. It's
Karate-verse.
In the universe where Johnny won the tournament.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
And
I want
Danny
that
Oh,
one.
what
went
if
down
Karate
to-
Kid?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
he's
if Karate Kid?
Danny is the drunk.
Mhm.
So in this what if universe, what's his name again?
Who?
Not
Who are we talking
Robbie.
about?
Johnny.
Johnny.
Johnny wins, and in the
Yeah.
process of
Gets
Cobra
the
Kai
girl.
winning
Yeah.
the All Valley,
He wins
Mary-
the
Mr.
girls.
Miyagi has a heart attack
Yeah.
in the tournament.
In the parking lot.
Yeah, and Miyagi-Do's dead.
No,
It's Cobra Kai everywhere.
no,
Yeah,
that
Cobra
one.
Kai
No,
takes
that one
over
is
the world.
he kills John Kreese in the parking lot.
Mm.
He kills John Kreese and goes to jail.
Dude, the Dark Miyagi-Do saga.
Dark, it's the Dark Miyagi-Do saga.
Mhm.
I like that.
Yeah,
I'd watch that.
I'd watch that. We already know that Miyagi has a temper.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because remember, he put somebody. Didn't he kill somebody, or he put somebody in the
He
hospital?
accidentally killed someone. I
Yeah.
think he found. I think that's what he found out that he
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 accidentally
accidentally
killed.
killed someone and then he ran away.
Yeah, and that's why he came to America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chicken.
Besides Karate Kid Legends getting a poster, so did Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Oh,
Oh,
no!
yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
You really despise Five Nights.
I hate that movie so much. I hate it. Like, it's not a great movie. I don't know why people. It was not. You know what the most offensive thing was?
That
it was
it exists.
boring. It was just boring.
So
For-
are we gonna watch Five Nights at Freddy 2 when it comes?
When it comes out on Paramount, maybe I might put it in the
You
background
mean
as I take
Peacock?
whatever it is. When it's on Peacock, maybe
So
I'll
if it's
watch
in
it.
theaters only, would you go?
No, I wouldn't waste a A-list on that.
Why, you're already paying
Fair.
for A-list.
It doesn't matter. I wouldn't waste it on that.
So it's just you and me then.
Yeah. I'm
All right,
fine with
so-
that.
yeah,
that.
you guys can tickle your pickles to it.
What if it's actually good?
It's not.
But what if it was?
It's not.
What if it
I feel
was?
like
really
I
not.
I feel like they'll make it. It's gonna be better than the first one, but not in like a good way.
Yeah, I feel.
How is it better in a bad way?
I feel like it's gonna be
Because
a lot of
it's not
fan
as
service.
it's not. It's just like the same thing, just with like one little thing that changed up that I
It's gonna be-
probably like.
And you're like, oh, that was pretty cool.
that
That's
was
a cool
pretty
little
cool.
throwback.
Hey, they said the thing. Cool.
Hey, they said the thing.
Mhm.
Now
Oh,
the
oh.
kids are still in the suits.
There you go. Done.
Cool.
Phineas and Ferb Revival will release in 2025
I've never even
on
watched-
Disney Plus with the original cast returning.
I've never
For
watched
what?
Phineas and Ferb.
I watched it on
I
occasion.
saw it here and
I
there.
never cared for Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah. Regular
it?
show's also coming back.
That's cool.
Oh.
Regular show is, I think the title's going to be Regular Show The Lost Tapes.
Tell me when Cow and Chicken comes back. That'll be interesting.
Ha, ha, ha.
Smiling Friends Season 3.
Give me Cow and Chicken.
When?
I want.
That's what I want to know.
you know what?
Oh.
Give me a new season of Courage. There we go.
Courage cannot come back
Why not?
because it was too good of a
Nightmare
show.
fuel. Nightmare.
You
Not
can't
half of
reach
those
the level. TV has degraded itself.
Fine. Dexter's Laboratory. Give me another
Can't.
season of Dexter's Laboratory.
Speaking of Dexter,
They,
there'll
they,
be another
they
season
did a
of
revival.
Dexter.
Yeah, there is.
Is there?
Yeah, another
they-
season of just Dexter.
I think it's Dexter's Legacy. Isn't it?
Isn't this
That
the
no, there's two different shows. There's gonna be the prequel, and then there's the show continuing on after.
Isn't this the third time that they've brought that back after
So
the season
basically,
finale?
because at the end of the last show was it New Blood, he basically was stabbed by his own son and then left there bleeding out. And so then then they were asking an interview because he is continuing on a new series, continuing on after that. He goes, "Well, the ice was pretty cold that day." And I'm like, "Oh, well, that's how they're doing it then." His body was preserved in
'Cause
the
it's
ice.
like it's
can't
like
let him die?
Dexter's. It's like Dexter's Legacy.
That's the
something
thing.
like that.
Yeah.
Because he's in like he's like the Midwest, right?
Mhm.
Wait,
Yeah.
so
Well, no,
what-
he's- Yeah. What?
At the end of Dexter, the original series,
Yeah, no,
he
well,
run-
he they write off there's a hurricane coming to Miami, and then he basically he's caught, and they try to find him, and he's going on a boat, and then he rides into the hurricane, and then basically it ends with him being at some sort of random island away from America and stuff, and it ends right there. But that's the ending. That's the ending that no one liked. Everyone hated that ending. They were fans were like, "This is ridiculous." That was just super, just
Because
lazy.
the hurricane took him to the island.
Yeah.
That's why.
So they basically wrote in New Blood where he's been on the run, but now he's in like the Midwest during like the winter and stuff like that.
so how does he get from the island into the Midwest?
They never really explained that. They just said he does
He's been
say
on the
I've been running, and I found a place here that no one knows who I am and stuff like that. So I've been basically herming in it for years.
Then he
here.
gets involved. He gets involved with some kind of like criminal activity that's there,
Yeah,
and then he's continuing to kill.
and his son basically finds him as well too.
So I've never fully watched Dexter, but he's supposed to be like a criminal investigator or something like
He's
that. That's a
CSI.
serial killer.
Yeah, he's a forensic analyst. Yeah,
But he kills only
Bad people.
Yeah.
because
He tortures them.
his stepdad saw the early signs of his serial killer illness that he calls it or something like that, and then he goes, well, if you're gonna continue to be like this, I might as well teach you how to use it for
How not to get caught.
Yeah, how not to get caught. And so he told him, this is you got to plan it out. You have to be sticking to the rules. Is that you only punish people, you only kill people that are
rules.
bad. Kill bad people if you're gonna kill people, because he noticed there's this hunger that he needs to kill and stuff like that. And he goes, just kill bad people, but always track your steps. And he's taught him this system that he's done for years and years.
Yeah. And then in New Blood, he's living in the Midwest.
He's living in the Midwest in like a forest during the heavy winter time and stuff like that.
And then he's trying to have sex with his sister.
With his sister?
Well, no, the show indicates that he's adopted and stuff, but from before the sister knows about that, she starts kind of having feelings. It's weird. I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, then she has feelings for Dexter.
Then she finds out that they are adopted and stuff, and he tells her that because he knows that since he was a kid and stuff. But yeah, and then it doesn't.
It's weird. It's a weird thing that they.
It's
added.
a weird thing that I don't know why the show does.
Dexter got weird. He just got it
People
got
still
weirder.
watched it. People still loved
No,
it.
people still watched it because no one cared about that. They were just like, oh, you're following a character that's murdering people, and you want to see, does he die or does he get caught or does he go on the run?
Yeah, because it was the suspense of is he gonna get away with this?
And it does you almost got caught. No, like oh no.
Yeah,
someone figured out who he did, what he really does.
Oh, but he killed him.
But yeah, he covered his track.
So then it's Dexter
He
New
blew
Blood,
him up.
and
He
then
blew him up
Dexter-
real good.
Yeah, or he frames another cop saying oh yeah, he was the serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise.
Now Dexter's Legacy is the sequel to New Blood.
No, Dexter's Legacy is the prequel. So that one indicates how Dexter started his killings.
How his stepdad taught him the lessons.
And then they're doing another show on top of that where it continues on after New Blood. I don't know what they're calling that, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they're bringing back.
There's going to be two separate shows taking place at two different timelines.
You ever just milked a cow until it was just a skeleton?
Yeah.
Just super.
Supernatural.
No.
Supernatural
was good all the way to the end.
They got
I know
really
what you're talking
creative. They got really creative.
I'm on board
the
with you,
seasons.
Sean.
You didn't like Supernatural at the
No,
end?
you
It
never
should have
watched
stopped
it.
at season 6. It should have stopped.
Did you watch the season finale? I mean, the series finales?
I got bored of it after Rowena was trapped in the cage and Lucifer was in the cage still. And
That was a good.
That was a good
So here's
season.
what
That
I'll
was a good
do.
season.
Here's what I'll
Because
do.
you got
Crowley
Lucifer.
was cool. Crowley
Lucifer.
was,
Yeah, man. Once you
right.
get to the last season is actually really good. I
How
really
about-
like it.
Okay. Oh my gosh, there's so much that I have to watch because I'm trying to finish Dragon Ball Super. I'm watching 24 at home because I can't watch that at work.
Yeah.
Because I really love that show.
You should stop watching 24 and just start Gurren Lagann.
That's
because
and then I have that.
I was gonna say,
But-
that one kinda takes
stop
priority.
or stop watching Super.
I was
You've
gonna
already
say,
seen
just
it.
stop
no,
watching
because
Dragon
Daima's
Ball.
coming out in 3 weeks.
Yeah, and it doesn't take place in Dragon Ball Super.
I know, but I like Super.
Watch Gurren Lagann.
If you were gonna watch anything, I can see you watching the Boo Saga.
Oh.
The what?
Yeah, it is after the Boo Saga.
Daima takes
The
place in
Boob
between
Saga?
the Boo Saga.
Boob
Because
Saga.
Daima takes place in between Boo and Super. Because it's only 3 years.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay, cool. You just don't care. That's
I,
fine.
I like the Tournament of Power arc, dude. It was good.
Okay, the Tournament of Power arc is also the last arc.
Yeah.
There's so many arcs that you have to get through. There's 4 arcs that you have to get through
No,
in
the
order to
Tournament
get
of Power
to.
is it. That's it ends with that.
Yeah, I understand that, but there's 4 arcs in Super that you have to get through.
I already went through those.
Oh, so you've already been burning through.
Yeah.
So you mean you could have already finished doing it?
Yes.
How long is each Gurren Lagann episode? Like 27 minutes?
It's 20.
No.
It's just 20.
20 minutes?
20 minutes.
20 minutes,
In
27
an hour,
episodes?
you could have finished half a season. There are only 10 episodes apiece.
It's just work, dude.
What do you mean it's work?
when it's a good story, it's not work. It's engaging, and that's what the story is. It's a very
can burn
compelling
through that
story.
show.
You do not get
Burn
bored.
through
What
You
if I
root
hate
for
this
the
show?
been a
What if I
You're
conversation.
gonna
watch it?
root.
What
You're
if I
gonna
hate
come
it?
in when you're
This has
done.
been a
You're gonna
hate it.
conversation
You're
that's
not
been
gonna hate
happening
it.
for weeks, guys.
You're not
just
gonna
to
hate
let you
it.
know.
He's
There's
gonna
no
come in
sub
and he's
points
gonna be
like
singing "Row, fight the power."
So what if I
right?
hate it?
Roll,
Shut the
that.
power.
And it
What
finally
if I
came on
hate
the
it?
podcast now.
You're
This
not.
conversation.
But what if I do? What happens?
Then you don't have taste.
Then then
I'm
we have to
sorry.
That's
question
not how
everything.
that works.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is.
Brian
Yes, it
hasn't
is.
seen
Yes.
Gurren Lagann.
You're not gonna acknowledge
trying
someone
to
who
tell
says,
him
"Oh,
to
the Mona
watch
Lisa
Gurren
looks like a
Lagann.
piece of poo poo." I'll be like, clearly
at
you
the
have
end
no
of this-
taste.
at the end of
Clearly
this,
your
I have
taste-
no choice.
your
I have
taste
to
buds
watch the show and I
and
have
like
to
it.
like it.
Yeah,
You're gonna say the
'Cause there's no
Sistine
qu-
Chapel is boring and ugly?
Yeah. If you
No.
don't like
But what
the
if
fight,
it's not my?
hold
what
on.
You
if it's
gotta
not my
fake it
you-
till you make it, bro.
if you don't like the Viral versus Kamina fights,
Dude.
come
Oh
on.
my god, man! Seriously, I don't know what they're talking about.
Trust me.
You're gonna like it.
I don't want to like it.
Why? Well, that's a very different way of going into it. That's like him going into
I'm
Avatar.
gonna be truthful right now. What? No.
Yeah, it is.
He liked Avatar. The
Here's
parts
the
of it.
tea. Here's the tea, folks. What?
What's the tea?
You said you're gonna say something
yeah.
right now.
What were you gonna say?
I don't want to be part of your guys' group
Why? You
because
don't
I
want-
feel like the weebs are weird.
you're part of. You want to be part of Team Daiguren.
no,
okay?
because
yes, you do.
No, because you
Everybody
know why?
does.
Because you know what? If I like it, then I'm gonna get teased like, "Oh, you joined too late." I don't
No,
care.
no.
you're
I'll be like,
not.
finally, you're here.
Yeah, welcome.
Cool. Join the club. Welcome.
Yeah, we'll get you a core drill later. Come on,
Dude.
we'll order it.
Yeah.
We can all touch core drills.
Hot.
You're gonna like it.
Don't worry, we're gonna get Rene next. Rene, watch.
If you like
Gurren Lagann.
Evangelion,
Okay.
it's
I love
it's
Evangelion.
Will you?
it's
I
it's
love
Studio
Evangelion.
Gainax.
I'll watch it just
It's
to
from the same
Shut everyone
studio.
up.
Wait, hold on.
Are you watching? Are you gonna watch it?
Hold on.
I'll watch it.
Can
You
you
watch it with me?
hold on?
Watch it with me.
Can you watch Gurren Lagann so that way you can finish it before he does?
Watch
And then we
I
can
can.
all be
I'll-
on that
I
way-
can.
I'll
Rene,
rewatch it as
Rene,
well.
What?
Let's
I'll
form
do
a
that.
form a watch club.
You want to do a watch club?
Let's do a watch club.
When
Hold
are
on.
you available to watch anything?
So
Hold on.
like, we'll schedule like every 2 days or so. We watch an episode.
Okay.
We can do it on Discord. I'll do it.
No, we're not watching it together.
What's
You
the
ju-
point of watching?
You know what?
giving
Let
it a
let
watch
the
club?
let the two virgins watch it
Yeah,
together.
let us watch it.
So,
All right,
let
you know
them
what?
gush
Be the
about it
ones to
together.
enjoy it.
You know what? When we go, I'm gonna go over your house. We're gonna play Warhammer. and We're gonna watch Gurren Lagann.
Okay,
I'm done.
Freaking nightmare, but
What a
okay.
bunch of weebs, dude. I
All
swear. Both of you guys are.
it's fun.
pointless.
Dude, it's fun. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great.
All
right,
I'm gonna
you-
love
you're
watching.
You gotta believe in the meme that believes. Believe in the meme that believes in you, buddy.
Shut up. Okay, we'll do this. We'll watch at least 2 episodes a week.
You know what the problem is? I really do feel like it's too positive, and Brian's gonna hate it because it's too positive.
Too positive.
No, because there's a lot of turmoil too.
I know, but
How about
there's
you
a
let
lot.
me decide if I like it or not?
I know, but I have a feeling like that's gonna be his.
They're gonna start off with 2 episodes a week, and then
Gonna go to 4?
it's
It'll
it's
extend?
probably gonna increase, especially
20
at certain
episodes, 27
parts.
episodes.
Yeah.
So let's do
It's
5 a week,
quick.
and every Friday we discuss it.
Okay.
I know. I
You want to do
don't-
that? No, let's do that. Let's
Yeah, no,
that'd be
I'm
cool.
down for that.
Yeah,
That'd be
I-
5
I-
episodes every
5
week, and on
episodes.
every Friday's
Starting
podcast,
next week, we gotta watch 5 episodes.
5 episodes,
Okay.
and then we discuss it here.
Okay.
I'm down.
So we have to rewatch 5 episodes.
I was gonna
for
say,
the
yeah,
treat,
'cause you're
thank
gonna
you for the
spoil it. Like,
no,
oh wow.
Because my thing is that we have to rewatch them to know where they end.
No, but here's the thing. It's our discussion. It's
knowing,
our
'cause
discussion,
knowing us,
Nick.
we might spoil something.
Yeah,
Nick, it's
Yeah.
our
Let's do it.
discussion.
That's fine. You can discuss it all you want.
Yes, and, if
we'll
we
join
say
in.
and if we say we don't like something, you can't come back to
You're
it.
wrong. It's fine.
No, you can't do that. We
you're
have
gonna
to
end
have
up
a
saying you don't like it, and he's gonna be like,
It's good.
"It was pretty good."
No, what if
pretty
I
good.
liked it? And what if Rene is just like, I thought it was okay?
No, I think if anybody, Rene will like it.
Okay,
Rene's
great.
gonna
Then
love
maybe
it.
I'll like it too.
Yeah.
We'll like it together.
I'll give it a
if-
chance.
all right, that's
Brian's
fine.
all- now it went from like I'm not gonna watch it because I don't want to be a part to like F you, I'm gonna watch it. Like,
That's all we needed.
the Spite Watch. Yeah.
Spite watch.
I'm gonna watch it because you
Hold on.
guys keep.
I'm gonna hold you to this.
Yes, it's 5 episodes.
5 episodes
every
a week.
week.
5 episodes a week.
5 episodes a week. You hear? You feel
Boom,
that?
boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Back.
Except
Yeah.
the
Uh-oh.
last week.
Why?
That's 7
Oh yeah.
because it's an ugly number.
Okay.
It's 27 episodes, so it's uneven.
It's an ugly number. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, and then when
Why
we
don't
get
you
to
get
20,
past episode
21
5
to-
first? Just get past
You
episode
said I would
1.
like it.
Just get
So then
past-
what's the problem with the system that I just made?
Because you haven't even started and you're
So then
complaining
let
about
me
the episode count.
It's gonna start
I hate
this
you
week.
right now. Just start watching it. That's all you need to do. just sit down
will.
and
I'm
watch
literally
it. Why don't you
setting the
sit down
table
and
right
watch
now.
it with your
Watch
wife?
Because I don't want to watch anime with my wife. dude.
Why?
Because she makes fun of it.
So?
Oh, she doesn't make
So
fun
make
of it.
fun of the Bachelorette.
Yeah, I know. Make fun of the
Yeah.
Bachelorette.
Because I watched The Bachelorette.
Okay.
Okay.
I make fun
something
of
that
the-
she
Find
likes.
something. Find something. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I don't know
will
your
watch
life.
this show, all right? I will watch
Do you want to
it.
know the scores? It has great scores.
No. Just
Okay.
let me
No.
watch it.
All
Let
right.
me experience it. Let Renee and I experience this together.
Make fun of something. I'm sure she has something to make fun of.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll watch Gurren Lagann.
You and
Yeah,
Love
you
is
can-
Blind. Oh yeah.
She doesn't watch Love is Blind.
How does
The
she not watch
Circle?
Love is Blind?
No.
Really?
Mhm.
Too hot to handle.
I don't know. We're watching Gurren Lagann.
The Gypsy
Let's
Rose.
do it, dude.
Okay.
There we go.
Sean, we have to
Whatever.
watch 5 episodes.
Except the last week, which is 7 episodes.
Well, I'm gonna finish the season.
You're not gonna
You're
watch.
just gonna
five
binge it all this whole weekend. You're gonna go
Sean,
to
I
Monica's and just like
Sean,
get a
I watched it all, Monica's.
I couldn't
I
help
forgot
it.
how good the show was, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sean, listen. I'm sorry. I watched it all, but you know what? I'll watch 5. I'll watch the 5 again.
I'll
this
rewatch
next
it.
week.
In all
Next
fairness,
week he comes out, I watched it all again. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
in all fairness, this would be like the 8th time I've seen it.
The
Like,
song goes
this-
so hard at the end.
Oh
too,
my God,
man.
yes.
Jeez, that was my anthem in high school for
Yeah,
like
so is it.
all
so is
of
mine.
junior and like senior year.
Yeah,
Like
me-
I would always listen to that song and it would always get me pumped.
Me and my buddies went to. Remember when they used to have a day 0 for Anime Expo, and you used to
I've
actually.
never been to Anime Expo.
Okay, so Anime Expo.
You've never been to Anime Expo?
No,
Lucky
never.
you, dude.
So
Yeah.
at Anime
know.
Expo before
Thank your nose.
they had like pre-sale and everything else. So Anime Expo, the way that they used to do it to get your badges, you had to wait in line to pick up your badges on day 0.
Mhm.
So they would pick up, and they would only open for like maybe like 2 hours, and you would come pick up your badges
Good luck.
on day 0. You wouldn't actually go in; you would just come for badges.
Yeah.
We went on my very first time going. We had somebody who had like a boombox, and he was playing just like regular rock music and everything else. And then once like the line got big enough,
Yeah.
he started playing just anime music straight. And you have like maybe like 200 people all singing along, and it was one of the. It was so much fun. And right as the what was it? Right as like the time where they were about to open up the line was gonna happen,
Yeah.
he opened. He
Oh,
put
you
the
just
song
hear that
on.
piano going for
Yeah.
you? Ooh.
You just have the piano
Chills.
going, and then you just hear everybody going like just like Team Tiger Red, and everybody was just going in. It was so great.
That song is.
It slaps. It slaps. It's good. Okay, so what were we
You're
talking
gonna
about?
thank us.
What was the next strip?
Yeah, what's the next?
What's the next stripper?
Yeah.
Next stripper. Comic stripper.
Yeah,
Thank
get that
your
stripper
nose,
out.
Sean. That was so stupid. So true.
You know what? Anime Expo is fun. Whatever.
Yeah, sure it is. Spider-Man 2 will release on PC January 30th. Oh my god.
Which is cool. I think we were talking about that. You were talking about that. You're like, oh yeah, I'll play Spider-Man 2 when it goes on PC.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta.
I'm getting a graphics card. in
Finally.
November, so, yeah, thankfully.
Hopefully, it also comes out with like some DLC because I know that there's some DLC.
Why
coming
would it
out.
not, dude?
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
think it would.
Did
It
you
would
see?
have to.
Did you see what came out in the data mine? Speaking of video games, of Sparking Zero,
No.
Super 17.
What?
Super 17 came out in the data mine for Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero.
Super 17.
Yeah, you
Bro,
never-
from GT.
Yeah.
Whoa, hold up. I never watched GT all the way through.
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
Super.
you-
So
You see this face, you're gonna be like, oh, I remember that guy.
Dr. Gero and
Oh!
yeah.
Nice.
Super 17 was apparently his character model was found in the data mining. So they were like, oh, dude,
I want to play that game.
yeah.
I really wanna
there's-
play it.
I want to play the What Ifs.
Yes.
Have you seen the What Ifs?
Are we just waiting for
One.
the game to go on sale?
Yes. But also I don't because the thing I thought
gonna
was
be a
interesting
while.
for Sparking Zero, not to I mean I went on this one just because we're talking about video games and Spider-Man. Okay, cool, it's on PC.
It's okay.
It's good.
If you haven't played it, it's on
It's,
there.
it's
Whatever.
good. It's coming
game.
out in November. Anyway, but
January.
First one's better.
January, whatever.
In my opinion. First
Huh?
one. I like the first one more.
For Spider-Man?
Yeah.
But for Sparkling Zero, there have certain things that have to happen that you aren't kind of unaware of.
You need to trigger stuff.
You need to trigger certain things in fights in order to trigger the what if.
Oh,
So
that's
one
cool.
of them is
Gohan. I know Gohan is one, and
Yeah,
that's
Gohan.
the only
it's
one that I'm.
there's Gohan Black.
Yes.
Wait, don't say that because I don't want that spoiled. That's pretty dope. Gohan Black?
Yeah,
That's
where
dope.
what was it? Where Zamazu sees Gohan fighting instead of Goku,
And takes
and
that.
takes
dope.
Gohan instead. There's Goku fighting the Great Ape Vegeta as a Super Saiyan.
Okay.
Why would that be triggered?
So it would be triggered because you beat. So Yamcha doesn't die in the fight with the Saiyans. Vegeta ends up killing Krillin though, and then that triggers his Super Saiyan form because Krillin can't be wished back, and they had already killed Piccolo, so Piccolo and Krillin both die, so the Dragon Balls are already destroyed. So you can't.
Piccolo isn't attached to the Dragon Ball.
Yes, he is.
I thought it was Dende.
No, you're an idiot.
Not yet.
Huh?
Not yet. Dende isn't attached to
Dende,
the Dragon
'cause
Balls yet.
Dende's from Namek.
Dende is
Yes.
from Namek, and
You're
that
right.
happens after.
Yeah.
He's attached to Kami, so that and Kami made the Dragon Balls. So
Oh.
if Piccolo dies, Kami dies, and then the Dragon Balls are depowered,
You're
which
right.
is also really silly that we put him on the front lines. We put the healer on the front lines, guys.
You put your respawn.
He's our respawn, and we put him on the front line. That's a really bad idea. It's bad strategy.
The whole show is bad
It's
strategy.
just bad strategy. So anyway, you can also do it. So that happens. There's a bunch of what ifs.
Yeah,
There's
I
just so the entire game has this current tree of okay, cool. If you just follow what it says to do, you'll go through the story, and you'll go all the way to Super.
So the Goku Black one, I've heard is the weakest one. It's the weakest story.
Goku Black.
Goku Black's the story.
In all fairness, in Super, it is the weakest story.
I liked its arc.
I don't like it.
It's okay.
I think it's boring. I really do think
The
it's
last part of the arc is interesting.
boring. No, because it's a fight that they couldn't win.
You're right.
It's a fight that they couldn't win.
So if we ignore the end and we ignore the beginning, but we do the
Only the middle is important. Only the middle is important.
the later past middle,
Just no.
like from 60% to
no.
89,
No, it's bad.
and then 90 to
Just
100
admit
is
it's bad.
just not good.
Just admit it's bad. It's fine.
It's
Admit it's bad.
it's just interesting.
No.
The fights were cool.
It's an interesting idea of having evil Goku, but then when you kill him 4 times and then they go like, no, he's a part of the sky, and then they summon the god of creation to destroy him.
I just can't believe they got away with the line of when Goku gets to the future,
And he's not black.
And yeah, and then the
In all fairness, it's translated different.
it is translated different. But have you seen
it's
that
translated
line before? or no?
poorly.
Yeah, you saw
Yeah.
that.
It's
Have you seen
translated
that line,
very
Sean?
poorly.
No.
So it's Goku getting into the future, and then the rebel soldiers see Goku, and then Trunks stops the shooting. He's like, "Wait, hold up! He's not black." That's what they say
Yeah.
It's a bad
because
line.
they don't call him
It's-
Goku Black; they just call him Black.
Yeah. So it's a bad.
They should have
line
at
read.
least spelled it differently.
It's a bad line read, but also it's not a term that they use in Japan.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean the same
There's
thing.
no translation.
There's no translation
Yeah.
for it. And then when it came to the States,
But they
it was
should have
like,
just said something
oh.
interesting.
That's
Or
the
something
lo-
not interesting,
that's the
something
localizer's fault then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're-
that
if
was-
they-
100%.
That's
on them.
that's Funimation's fault.
Moving on, we got 2 more pieces of news. I'll go ahead and we're already on Dragon Ball. This is a quick one. Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama will be inducted into the Harvey Awards Hall of Fame later this year.
Dope.
I
Next one.
forget that he passed away this year.
He did.
Acknowledge.
He passed away saving someone's life too.
Who?
Did
Akira
he?
Toriyama. I
he
think
didn't.
the
No, he
story
didn't.
behind
No, he didn't.
how did he pass away?
Akira Toriyama died of cancer.
Was it that? Then who passed away?
It was the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Thank you. That's
He
the
died.
one.
He died from a person was stuck in a riptide,
Yeah.
and then he jumped in to go help them. He pulled them out, and then got sucked in himself.
Oh man.
Yeah, so went out like a hero.
Womp
Yeah.
womp.
Yeah, I think it was a kid.
Yes,
I think it was like a little kid, and then he saw it, jumped in to go pull him out, and then he ended up he was exhausted after getting the kid.
Yeah.
And once he pushed him out of the riptide and somebody else was able to like get him, he got sucked in himself, and then by the time they got to him, he had already drowned.
Akira Toriyama hid his cancer, right?
Jeez.
He's been dealing with cancer for years.
That sucks.
Kind of like Chadwick Boseman was.
Yeah.
They
Actually,
don't want to.
Yeah, and then they what was it? Because his family didn't even tell anybody for almost like 2-3 weeks
Yeah.
after he had passed because they wanted to mourn him. The
Let's-
one that was really cool because Monica actually didn't realize it. Because on her she has Mexico TikTok, and because she gets like a lot of TikToks from like Mexico and everything else, and a lot of Spanish TikToks. She didn't realize. She was like, why are there so many like parades that are going on in Mexico right now for like this thing called Dragon Ball? And I was like, oh my god, like it is so big in Mexico. Like in Mexico, like Dragon Ball Z is huge.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
they
think
hosted a watch
anime-
party for the last episode.
Yeah, they did.
Anime culture in
the
Mexico
power.
is way, I think, stronger than our
Certain-
anime culture here.
Certain animes
One
are
Piece,
stronger.
Dragon Ball Z. One Piece is really big in
Knights
Mexico
of the
as well.
Zodiac. It was called
Yeah, Knights of the
Santos
Zodiac.
del something. The soccer one, which was
Blue
really
Lock?
big in
The Blue Lock or the other one?
the one from the 90s.
Oh, okay. that's a
It's
different
from
one.
the people who also did Kimba, if
Oh,
you
okay.
remember that art style.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring Rene back into the conversation. James Gunn announces that Crypto will
Oh my God,
appear
I would say.
in his Superman film. Dog will be based off a rescue dog he rescued named Ozu, who can, what did I write here? Oh, who came from a hoarding situation.
Oh,
For what?
So apparently the dog, he rescued a dog, named it Ozo. Apparently his history is that he came from a hoarding home.
From
So,
a
like,
kennel.
Yeah.
mhm.
That is that gonna be crypto?
That's going to, well, I don't know if the dog himself is going to be playing Crypto, but the story behind Crypto will be based off that dog.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
I
do-
don't,
A reimagining?
I actually really liked it. I liked it too because I like that they showed the image of crypto, and then underneath it there was a lot of people that were like, "I don't like the look of the dog." Like people started like really hating.
how do you hate a dog?
Because they
Those are
because
evil people.
no because what crypto turned into is that he's like he's a greyhound. Like now he's a greyhound. Like he's a lot bigger of a dog.
Yeah.
And everything else. And then James Gunn's only reply, it was the first panel with crypto in it, and the dog looks almost identical.
Mhm.
Like literally, it's the same dog. Like
Shot for shot.
like almost shot for shot,
Yeah.
like identical dogs. And then he just went, "Enough said," and then he didn't even he didn't say anything else of just going like, "You guys just are uncultured and you don't know this is what the original crypto looked like." It wasn't until later that he looked like a greyhound.
Yeah.
So stop complaining.
Mhm.
I know what I'm doing. You guys are morons. Stop yelling at me.
The arguments I'm not liking about the hate on James Gunn train is that they keep complaining that James Gunn is bringing in people he knows.
So
But in my argument to that is
That's what you do when you work on a project.
yeah. So then are you supposed to bring in people you don't know in hopes that your project succeeds because you
Well-
don't know how these people work?
well, that means Christopher Nolan can't work with Cillian Murphy anymore.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
Christian
exactly.
Bale
or
or-
Matt Damon.
Or Matt Damon
Yeah,
or any
or
of these
Gary
other people.
Oldman. Yeah.
And then also Scorsese can't use
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, DiCaprio, any of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever wear them again.
And
You
Quentin
get your wish.
Tarantino can't use anyone that he's used in his movies.
Can't use
so-
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Can't use anybody really. Uma Thurman.
Mhm.
That's because that's what you want, right? You want them to stop working with people
Yeah,
that
that's
they
what
know.
people want, yeah. Don't work with people that you know.
That's
Yeah.
dumb.
That's literally what you're asking for, and that's nitpicking.
Mhm.
That's what you're asking for
Yeah.
is for creators to stop working with people that they know.
It's just James Gunn hatred that isn't justified. Like I feel like their hatred.
Yeah, that's the thing is like this universe hasn't even started yet, and people are already like, "Ooh,
Well,
it's
it
gonna be bad."
started with Blue Beetle, but
No,
again,
but that's the thing with a movie that came out that he's been looking
that
under.
he directed.
That
Yeah.
he started with from beginning to end,
Mm-hmm.
and he's finishing the editing. He's doing everything
Yeah.
else. He filmed
Has
it.
he had a movie that hasn't, or a project that hasn't done well?
Slither.
Slither was like a B movie
yeah.
though.
But
Cult
Slither-
classic though.
Yeah, it's a cult classic, but it wasn't big when it
Commercially
first came
didn't
out.
do it.
Yeah,
So
commercially it did
big
terribly.
movie is what I'm talking about because he did Guardians, Guardians 2, Guardians 3. He did Peacemaker.
What was that? What was the Superman one? He was a producer on that one.
Oh.
Brightburn.
Brightburn didn't do all that well.
No,
But
Oh,
again,
yeah,
he didn't
Brightburn.
do much
but
on
he
that
was
one.
he just put money into it.
Yeah, he wrote or co-wrote Night of the Living Dead.
I mean, Dawn of the Dead.
Did
Dawn
he
of
do
the Dead.
Suicide Squad?
Yeah, he did the second one.
The second
Second
one. With,
one.
Peacemaker. Yeah.
Yeah, Peacemaker and
Hmm.
Suicide Squad. Yeah,
But again, none of
he
those
fixed
movies
that, yeah.
weren't bad.
but
No.
yeah, and that's my thing though is that he's already kind of shown that he has an eye for this,
Mhm.
and he already shows that he understands the material and he
Mhm.
respects it a lot.
So then where's the hatred?
It's just because
It's just
that's
people hating. I get
the-
that, but it's like
it's what to do. I mean, in all fairness, we've covered this a lot with. We did the same thing with Ben Affleck. We did the same thing with Henry Cavill. We did the same thing
Andrew
with
Garfield,
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
We've done the same thing with
Robert Pattinson.
Chris
Margot Robbie.
Evans,
Mhm.
Robert Downey Jr.,
Tom
Ma-
Holland.
Michael Keaton, Heath Ledger. I mean, I feel like we can just keep on going on every single
Gustin.
time. Grant Gustin. There's just so many characters and so many people that we've got that. There's so many actors that have like portrayed superhero
Don
characters.
Cheadle.
Yeah, there's so many people that have like done all this stuff, and people criticize and they go like they're gonna do a terrible job.
You know why?
They don't
It's because
understand
it's
it.
not them. They're just jealous that it's not them in that movie.
No,
They have headcanon, and you're tampering with that. You're any nerd's gonna get mad.
yeah,
You know.
and I feel like we also that's the thing though, is that I don't think, and it's not a majority, unfortunately. It is the small minority that is the loudest,
Yeah.
because the
Yeah.
majority don't care, and the majority, and you'll see that inside of the comments. There's a small majority of people that will, hate on James Gunn and just talk a lot of just talk a lot down to him and everything else. But there's also a lot of love that is in those comments of just going like, I'm so excited for this movie. Oh my God, everything I'm seeing is amazing. And those are the true fans. Those are the fans that are like really excited to see what James Gunn has to offer, and they're entrusting in it. But unfortunately, there's that toxic side of fandom and nerddom that is just going to go, I'm going to hate on everything. Because even if this movie is good, I'm then going to go, yeah, but the special effects were lame.
I love how James Gunn doubled down and released the image of Superman and Krypto on the moon as a wallpaper for phones.
Yeah.
You see that?
It's super cute. I'm looking forward to it. I can't
Who
wait.
isn't looking forward to it?
I can't
The
wait to see.
slate of DC is like hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get
It's-
Lanterns. You have Peacemaker season 2.
Yep.
Creature
From-
Commandos.
From everything I'm seeing, from casting wise, from slate wise, from who they're hiring and who they're casting as certain characters, I'm totally in. So far,
100%.
it doesn't look like James Gunn's really made he hasn't made a decision without thinking about it and without talking about it with, I'm assuming, a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And kind of going like, how are people going to react? How is this person going to portray this character? And what way do we want to portray this character? And I'm loving the fact that he is doing that, because that shows his love for the medium.
Yeah, of course. The last piece of comic strip news that I have here, I'll start off with this. You guys hear how Pokemon Company is suing the studio for Pal World
Yeah.
over copyright infringement or something like that?
What's going on with that?
I don't. A lot of people are saying that the Pokemon Company has a base, and that's
It's
why.
catch. It's because it's the phrase catch,
Yeah.
because they keep on saying that you catch them and then you put them in a box.
So they have legal right to move forward with it. But the Pokemon Company over the last week apparently had a massive leak
Yeah, data link.
where source codes for multiple games were potentially leaked or hacked, and they're being released into the public.
This isn't the
Concept
first
art-
time it's happened with Game Freak either.
Yeah, Game Freak's
no,
White
this-
Firewall is not
yeah.
great.
This is like massive because we're getting source codes, we're getting concept art, concept sprites from previous games, we're getting potential future games that are being developed. This is where people are apparently getting the idea that the Great Pikachu Detective, which is the sequel to Detective Pikachu, is supposedly happening. Pokemon Horizons apparently wasn't supposed to play out the way it was. All of this information is being leaked online. One of the major Twitter accounts called Central Leaks, apparently they're based in Peru. They've been the ones to compile all the leaks and have basically just been posting everything on a daily basis. They apparently can't get any kind of legal punishment out of it because Peru laws don't allow that. That's kind of what I read based off what they were saying. But this is like major stuff that they're releasing, especially when it comes to source codes for the games.
The other big thing too is that they released, I forget what it was, but they released the code name for Nintendo's new console.
Yeah.
I forget what they were calling. It's like Ellipses or something like that.
So the way that this was revealed was the next generation of Pokemon games, which is Gen 10, they have the ideas that are being pushed for it. So they kind of already know what Gen 10 is going to be like. Apparently it's going to be based off the Galapagos Islands. So it's kind of an origin in a way of evolution again. But they're also saying that the game is being co-developed with the thought of this being on the Switch and Switch 2. So it confirms that the Switch 2 will be releasing in the next year or two.
Not only that, but also there's an open world Pokemon game that is in development with no name.
Another Legends, maybe?
No,
I don't think it's
not
going
a
to be a
Legends.
Legends
No?
game.
Oh.
The only thing that they got that it's an open world game. They don't know what else it is, like what it's based on or anything else. But it says that it's being made specifically for the Switch 2.
Yeah. And it's
only
not an
being
MMO.
made.
from the Pokemon news, did you also hear about the Typhlosion lore?
So I read about it, and it's kind of weird. I think it was just someone just putting notes together and being like, "Oh, we got to do this," and then it just stayed there. You know about what it is?
No, what was it?
Oh, it's
That-
bad.
Go ahead. Do you know it?
Yeah, I read the article and
Go
it
ahead.
was
Do you want to talk
gross.
about it?
Probably
Just
not,
give
because it's kind of
Is it risque?
it's risque.
Basically, humans can mate with Typhlosion because it's got similar human parts.
And he tricked a child and later married said child, and stuff happened.
I feel like this is some wacky. You know what? In all fairness, I feel like what it is because they've done this before with Pokemon. Is they get myths, and then they like run them through, and then they go, okay, cool. What is he gonna look like? What's all this? Yada yada yada, and then they never use it, and they never like bring it into the world of Pokemon or anything like that. But it is a way that they've created this Pokemon because this is what we've all talked about and everything else, and it's just like it's in the creative room. I just feel like it was somebody taking notes at a meeting, and it was just a terrible meeting.
They doodled on the napkin.
Like they were like somebody was taking like minutes, and they went and they put it there, and you're like,
And they
oh
just
man,
left it. Just left
stop. Just it's not a great one. That's not great.
it. No. But it is interesting to see the amount of leaks that have happened because I was following it the first day that it got leaked, dude. It was a lot of
I was
info.
waiting to see what else was going to
Yeah,
start
I was-
pouring in.
I-
I was like, I'll wait.
I think they also said that they confirmed the remake of which two? There was two more games that they were like, oh yeah, here's the source code for these two.
It was
remakes.
they were leaking source codes for Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Mhm.
They for ORAS, so Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. They released source codes for Black and White and for X and Y, and then they're talking about Z, which is the new game that's supposed to come out next year.
Yeah.
And that one they've confirmed that it's going to be one location, which is Lumos City or however you pronounce it. It's the main center hub, but it's going to be big, so it's going to be like this entire game that you could play in one city with multiple biomes. And I think the idea is that you're supposed to go into the city to capture and study Pokemon similar to Legends. So it's like a dex filling game rather
That's
than
pretty cool.
anything
what?
else.
You know what would be really sick? Give me a Pokemon Coliseum 2.
I don't like the Coliseum
Well,
games.
if
I
you
love the Coliseum games.
if
bro.
you have your 64 cartridge, you can be able to play that in 4K soon with
No,
the new N64 console that Nintendo's coming out with.
No, I'm talking about Coliseum, not Stadium.
Oh yeah, that was on the
Coliseum or the
GameCube,
Shadow
right?
Coliseum,
Pokemon.
Yeah,
Coliseum
yeah.
was with the Shadow Pokemon.
Yes.
That was made by what was it? Square Enix.
Really?
Because it's the same people that did which on Final Fantasy.
I just didn't like that you couldn't capture a Pokemon if you made it faint. You couldn't go back to it. And I hate games like
I
that.
love that. That's awesome.
I can't. As a kid, I would just get so anxious to be like, nope, I'm not playing this game. If I can't go back,
It's strategy, dude.
it is
It's
strategy. I just didn't want to think about
Do a
it so much.
Nuzlocke challenge.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes you just don't get the Pokemon.
I'll do one with you. I've done it before.
A
I'm down.
Nuzlocke?
Yeah.
It's
I,
terrible.
I
It's
actually
so
I
exciting.
like doing Nuzlocke challenges.
No, dude.
Yeah.
I play a lot of risky Pokemon games. I'm not. I would lose so many Pokemon.
You have to do red or blue though. You can't do yellow because yellow, the routes they spawn different Pokemon.
Yeah.
So you have a higher chance of getting, I think it's an Eevee or something on your first way to the gym when you hit the forest.
Mm-hmm.
So like my friends and I, we never played yellow. It was always red and blue, and that was brutal.
I'll think about it.
Do it. Come
I
on.
still got to do all the Kingdom Hearts games.
Dude, you don't have time. You have Go to Log On to watch.
Stop with the nostalgia and experience something
New.
new.
I can't,
That's
dude.
true.
I invite you to
New
have
stuff
new
sucks.
experience. I don't like new things.
I'm waiting on
myself.
the new season of The Rookie. That's all I'm waiting
First
for.
off, new is always better.
New is always better. Oh, it's from How to Met Your Mother. I was like,
Yeah.
where's that from?
New is always better.
I thought that was the iPhone slogan.
Huh?
I thought that was the slogan for iPhones.
No, the iPhone slogan is "Sell your soul, be a part of the human centipede."
Just keep sucking.
Sentai pads.
Just keeps. It's like Dory.
Money, please.
Just, money, please.
Well-
It's just a lot easier if you just give her money.
Comic
It's
strips
just
was
so
long.
much easier if you give her money.
Comic strips was long, dude.
Yeah,
We're
they took
basically
the whole
almost done with
episode.
the
Yeah.
show. Is
The
there
show
anything-
was comic strips.
Yeah, basically. I mean, because there was nothing besides New York Comic Con, and they haven't even released any pieces of info. 'cause we
Nothing
record
really
on Friday.
good.
But I think everything's coming out Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing worthy to
big-
report.
The The big news is probably going to come out tomorrow. Well, by the time this comes out, unfortunately, we need to talk about it.
It's also New York.
Yeah, it's New York.
They're in a
Nobody
different
cares.
time zone.
It's not San Diego.
That's the problem.
It's not San Diego, so nobody cares. Yeah, I don't really know what they were planning on revealing.
Nothing. There's like
Unless-
no hype for
Watch
anything.
they drop some like big crap, like a big trailer. Everyone's been waiting
Did you
for.
just see,
Yeah.
see them come out with the Fantastic Four in costume?
Right?
They released promo art for the new Marvel logo.
Oh yeah, I did
new
see
Marvel
that
the
one.
robot is supposed to be on there.
He
Oh,
is,
really?
and then not only that, but also Johnny Storm is on it.
Yep.
The mock-up for Johnny Storm is on it. He looks actually really good.
And Red Hulk.
Yeah, Red Hulk is also on it
You
too.
get the full frontal, no mustache though.
Cool.
Yeah, he takes his pants off, full frontal.
It's like, what are you talking about? Why
You
can't-
said full
Why
frontal.
can't we
See
go
his
through?
Millennium Falcon
Yeah, man,
Is that what it's
with
called?
a little Chewy on the top.
the little chewy bush.
Yeah.
They also showed off your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like they just showed a poster for it.
Oh, the animated one.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I mean, like
God, how many Spider-Man animated shows are there now?
one. That one.
That one? No, but before then, they did so many different
Oh,
ones.
they did Superior, Ultimate.
Uh-huh.
Spider-Man.
Oh no, Spectacular,
Mhm.
Ultimate. They did that
Spider-
kiddie version of it with Spider-Man and Friends or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll show my students that one today
Why?
because I just put it on and they zone out.
How old are your students again?
5 to 12.
Why don't you just put
like
Ultimate
it.
Spider-Man?
Huh?
Put Ultimate Spider-Man.
Because Ultimate Spider-Man is not G.
It has to be G.
So, yeah.
God, man.
Because otherwise, I have
I
to
was
set
watching
up,
Core in 6th grade. What happened?
I don't know. Parents care
Society
now.
sucked.
Parents care now.
What do you mean
Apparently
parents
it's a
cared?
big
I was
deal
watching Day
now.
After Tomorrow in 8th grade.
Listen, I was watching Freddy Krueger when I was in like 3rd, 4th grade. All right, you need to relax, chill,
RoboCop by elementary school.
dude. I was watching RoboCop when
Yeah,
I was
same.
probably in like 2nd or 3rd grade.
I was watching the unrated version.
Yeah,
When like
so-
he gets shot on the table more.
Yeah, my parents did not take away HBO when I was a kid.
Yeah, but you know what? My dad was just like, all this stuff's fake. I'm like, okay, Dad.
My
Not once.
in
Gotta
all
do something
fairness, my
dumb.
parents had that conversation with me too. Of like, hey, everything you're watching, that's fake, and if you bring it to school, you can no longer watch it.
Remember when parents used to talk to their kids?
Yeah, now it's a tablet. If the tablet didn't teach it to me, then I don't know what it is.
Right. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm scared, man, for my kid.
Just
know,
don't
when-
show him screens.
I'm
or show
not.
them
I
screens
don't.
when they're-
That's why for the baby shower, I got you a Kindle.
Don't do
Good, now you got the baby
Literally,
a Kindle.
nephew walks into the store. And you're like, can you say F Bryan? I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, dude?
Well, that's the only way to talk to you.
No,
That's
that
the-
is not,
that's
dude.
the proper way to
The
talk to you.
kid literally said he wanted to see me, and the first thing that you tell him to say is to F me.
Yeah. Not in that way, but
No.
he was
I
was
don't know
excited
what
to
is-
see
What
you.
is the first thing you're going to say as soon as my kid's born, dude?
Can you say F you?
No. Dude, Andy's going to kill you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, can you say mom? Say mom, because it'll hurt Brian.
What? It won't hurt
Right.
me, dude.
No, yeah, it will.
Why would it hurt me?
Because you're weird.
I'm
It'll
not-
it'll hurt your
it
inside.
hurts me that you think it'll hurt
no,
me.
inside it'll hurt your ego just a little bit. That it's like why did he say mom first?
Yeah.
Like I'm a good dad. Why didn't he say dad first?
I've been saying dad around him for months.
Yeah, I've been saying dad around him for months. Why
Whispering in the ear at
Like, yeah,
night.
like he does he not love me?
I would
Like-
actually want my kid to say mom first.
Yeah?
I would want my kid
Why?
to say mom first. Just because it's easier.
Mom?
Yeah. just-
No is easier. That was my brother's first
No
word
is
was
easier.
no,
Mhm.
and my mom and dad had a hard time with him because he knew how to use the word no. Don't
So-
let their first word be no.
So he
Yeah.
was,
Apparently, you don't say no a lot around your baby.
No.
Yeah.
So he was
Yeah.
so he was Chucky Finster. Chucky's first word is no.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
It's from the Rugrats movie.
Oh yeah, you're right.
His first word is no because when he's gonna get married, when his dad's gonna marry the wrong woman.
Oh,
That's
the
right.
Rugrats go
Rugrats
to
in
Paris.
Paris.
Yeah,
That's
when Rugrats
right.
go to Paris, he runs down the aisle and he says no.
That's right.
Vault.
Dust that file off. Hey, got boss coming out.
Bro, I know my Rugrats lore.
Let's see. Let's look through the file real quick. Rugrats, the movie. Rugrats.
Chucky's
in Paris.
mom.
Oh, let's
Chucky's
see.
mom.
It's
Chucky's
so-
mom. Oh, there she is.
Dude, it's so funny because I did that in front of Monica, and Monica was like, "Oh, you can't remember what we're doing during the weekend, but you remember what? You remember this line that you heard 4 years ago, one time, and I'm like, well, that was important to me. Like, you know,
It's that ADHD superpower.
I
I hate it when Christy hits me with that too.
What?
The same thing Monica said.
Oh,
Christy
like
has told
you
me
can't-
that. Yep.
Like, you can't remember what we're gonna do this weekend, but it's
You don't remember what you said yesterday, but you remember all this stuff from like way back then about a movie.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just quoting cold lines.
yeah.
She's like, "What's up with that?" I'm like, "I'm sorry."
I put the Dark Knight on.
I'm sorry.
I put the Dark Knight on randomly, or was it the Dark Knight or another movie? Anyway, I was watching a movie with Monica, and I was quoting the movie the entire time.
Yeah.
And I wasn't paying attention to the movie. I was cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me with the Fast and Furious movie.
I was cooking, and then Monica's like watching the movie, like she's watching. When I say she's now, mind you, when I say she's watching the movie, I mean she's watching the movie while also on TikTok, and so she's listening to it, and then
She hears your voice.
and then she hears my
Yeah.
voice
Yeah.
2 seconds before the line is heard on the movie, and I'm like cooking, and she goes, "You know this whole movie?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "No, I just know some of it." And then I just keep going. And she goes, "No, you know the movie." That's
We're changing this goddamn
Yeah.
thing.
That was me on Tokyo Drift because I think Sci-Fi was playing the Fast and Furious saga,
Yeah.
and we got to Tokyo Drift, and I'm making breakfast, and the part where they're talking to DK for the first time and they get in the elevator,
Yeah.
I know that whole dialogue
Yeah.
sequence, and Eddie's just like,
What is it?
"What is it?"
Yeah, what is it?
It's easier to remember when you also
When you're
hear
watching
it.
the movie.
Yeah.
When
Caught
they
me on
first
the
meet
spot.
Deca? When they first meet DK.
When they first meet DK and then they walk into the elevator was what I was quoting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what DK stands for?
Donkey Kong.
Drift King.
King.
Drifting. What's that?
Did you look it up?
No, I'm just literally.
He knows.
going
He
in
knows.
there,
No, because you were looking down.
Yeah.
So I thought you just pulled up
Because I'm
like
not proud.
the
I
line.
like. I know that.
Why not? It's a good movie, dude.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
It
great
is.
movie.
Solid movie.
It's a fun movie. All right, I say we wrap it up. Over and done with.
Yeah. Sean
Shoot,
also
shoot
needs to
next.
watch the Batman. Apparently, he hasn't finished it.
The
I fell
Batman.
asleep. I fell. The one with
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
He never finished it.
No.
Why?
Fell
Why did
asleep.
you fall asleep?
It was long and I was tired and I was really baked.
Yeah.
Don't
Just
watch
fell
it baked.
asleep.
Listen, you get 5 episodes in, he'll watch the Batman.
Yeah.
But you have to get
I
5.
cried
I
on
feel
the
like I'm
Batman.
just making more compromises with him so he can watch the darn show.
No. I'm
Like,
saying
come
that
on.
he
What
has
do you
to
want
pay.
from me, dude?
He has to
I
pay
want
out
you.
for
just
freaking
I
tell
want
me to
you
watch
to
it.
have
Just watch it and
some
love it.
integrity and say,
Tell me why.
"Hey, we had
Just
this
watch it
agreement.
and
I don't watch
You didn't
anime.
like
What do
it?
you want from me, dude?
Have integrity.
I don't
Don't
watch.
make promises that you can't keep.
Yeah, there you go.
You should learn that as a parent.
I never broke it.
You should learn that as a parent. Don't make promises you can't keep.
Yeah.
I will watch anime. If my kid ends up watching anime, I'll
Of
watch
course he
anime
is.
with them. But I'll be like, don't be like them. Don't be degenerate.
Yeah, of course
Don't
they
be
will.
degenerate.
Don't be a degenerate.
The first thing I'm gonna watch is High
Shower
School
twice a
DxD.
day.
Let's go.
Wear deodorant.
What's
Love
that?
your mom. And don't live in a basement.
Yeah.
Don't also go to Anime Expo.
They
I
flood.
forbid Anime Expo.
Why?
Actually, I'm not going to forbid Anime Expo because when I forbid something, they'll end up doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I will go. with
Encourage
them.
it.
I will
Encourage it.
exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
gonna buy them a ticket to Anime Expo.
Don't encourage degeneracy.
Of course I will.
No.
Yes.
No.
And then we'll go to like AVN Con when he's like 18.
There you go.
When he's 18, that's his
That's
birthday
the end of
present.
this conversation, ladies and gentlemen. And with
We're gonna-
that, we're going to be wrapping up issue 219. Thank you so much for joining us here.
We'll go
I
to
keep it up with the nerds.
We'll go to CES and
Stop.
then we'll go to AVN
Stop.
Con. Come on. He can see tech and boobs.
Stop.
Tech and boobs. That's a good 18th birthday.
Yeah.
Stop.
18th birthday. I'd
Honestly,
be the happiest
yeah.
18-year-old in the world.
Please check out our website, keepitupwiththenerds.com. Check out our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and x.com. Check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/keepitupwiththenerds, and our audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Podbean. Rene, can you sign us off?
No.
Can you try to sign us off?
Okay.
Thank you.
This has been Keeping Up with the Nerds, issue 219. My name is Nick Valero.
Bryan.
Sean.
See you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye, guys.